Ralston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Monday here on yourliveevent.com. Today from Fargo South High School, this is the 2025 North Dakota Optimists Volleyball Series here on yourliveevent.com. And welcome to our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. I'm Chase Miller alongside Josh Boyko, and you got Seeley Stockmo running camera for us here tonight from the Brewing Den. This is game 1 of 2, where tomorrow night we'll make our way to Mandan and check out the new digs out in Mandan for the second match of the series. It'll start at 7 o'clock for the opening serve. Josh, when you take a look at this one, you'll be able to be part of this series once before, but it's always nice to see some of the best players across the state of North Dakota. Also, the final year that there's 2 classes is next year we're going 3 divisions, but this has a smattering of some of the best talent across the state. They've done it for a few years now where it's not East versus West. It's kind of like a draft, if you will, and you get the teams to make its way through, and we should be able to make it through from that perspective. But what's the one thing you're kind of looking forward to most here coming up tonight for Game 1 of this 2025 Optimist Volleyball Series?
Yeah, I think it's just meshing together these different teams. It's a lot of players coming together to play for the first time. So just seeing how the Class A and Class B talent integrate. We'll hear from Rich Olson in a moment, and he likes to say you can't really tell a difference right now between these 2 classes. And like you say, we're going 3 divisions pretty soon here. But just looking at the different levels of competition, how once it gets put together, it meshes together really well. So we're in for a good product tonight.
When it comes to a particular player, now you can talk about a number of them. For example, the blue team has the EDC senior athlete and the Class A senior athlete of the year in Alexa Cloran from Cheyenne. They also have the Class B senior athlete of the year from from South Prairie, Max, and Ajaya Trader here as well. So I'm not sure if it was one of those 2 players you're going to talk about, Josh, but who's someone from the red team and someone from the blue team early on that you're excited to see on the volleyball court here later tonight?
Yeah, I think Caloran from West Fargo Cheyenne's a brilliant pick as someone to watch that could take over one of these sets here tonight. And all these players have the capability to do that and put their print on a game, on a set here tonight. But Caloran, I would say, from the blue team, senior athlete of the year there. And then Meredith Romfo from the red team. I mean, we've seen her putting her impact on track and field earlier this year, on softball as well, and she's got her coach Rich Olson here together with her, so looking for Romfo maybe to do some damage here from the red side. Yeah, Meredith
Romfo from Langdon area, Munich. She's heading to North Dakota State to study business, but also compete in the javelin upcoming here in the fall. While for Alexa Caloran, the senior athlete of the year, she will not be participating in college volleyball in terms of participating for a D1 JUCO. She's going to play club, though, down at Nebraska and be accounting and business for a major as well. If you missed any of our interviews, brought to you in part by the Hillsboro EDC, you can check those out on our YouTube page by searching Your Live Event Optimist Volleyball Series player profiles. You can check out all that. But when we return, we'll recap what happened this season in the fall at the Fargo Dome in both Class A and Class B. Also from there, get you ready for our starting lineups. We'll hear from one of the coaches tonight, and then we'll hear from the other coach for Team Blue and Team Red tomorrow as well. We'll hear from Stephanie Oliver of Fargo Davies. We'll hear from Rich Olson from Langdon area Munich. That and more still to come today from the Brewing Den. This is the 2025 North Dakota Optimist Volleyball Series.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Get ready, Ada! Big blown monster trucks will invade Norman County Fair with one big show. June 20th, monster trucks and more. Plus all new family affordable prices while they last. VIP tickets include a pit party pass and the best seat. Get tickets online at legendsofmonstertrucks.com or get them late at the gate. Your monster truck ticket is your free entrance into the fair. Get your tickets now. One big show, June 20th, to see the legends of the monster truck world at the Norman County Fair. It's gonna get wild.
As we continue on our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance, inching closer to the opening serve of the opening night of the 2025 Optimists Volleyball Series. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote started today. Taking a look at some of the particulars and who we're going to see here a little bit later on. In Class B, Langdon Area Munich defeated South Prairie Max 3-1 in the championship from the Fargo. It's the 9th title in program history for the Cardinals, and it was the first state tournament appearance in a championship game. That is, first championship game appearance ever for the Royals. South Prairie Max, a very good volleyball team going forward. Even though they'll have a new head coach, we will see their head coach and Coach Schwartzrock here coming up tonight and tomorrow, and we'll speak with her a little bit tomorrow as well, with Kendra coming up here from the Royals as she is now teaching in Billings, Montana. While on the Class A side, Bismarck Century defeated West Fargo Cheyenne in 4, 3-1. It was Century's 10th championship all time. They have the most titles ever between Class A and Class B. Behind them are the Cardinals of Langdon Area Munich with a 9, or now Langdon Area Edmore with no Munich after this past year. West Fargo Cheyenne, they won back-to-back. They were looking for 3 straight, but the Patriots back on top here for high school volleyball. A reminder, next season, Class B, or it will be Division B, Division A, and Division AA. So going 3 divisions next season. All roads lead to the Bismarck Event Center for the state tournament in November. And for some areas, they will be district volleyball back for the first time in quite some time. As, for example, Region 1, it's been the super region. Now, all of a sudden, for Region 1 of Class B, you bring districts back to some school members that haven't seen that in quite some time. But the one thing, Josh, here, when you had an opportunity to speak, I know you spoke with everybody on the Class A side. I spoke with everybody on the Class B side. What was something you heard from the players that they're excited for this weekend? Some, this is the final time that they're going to represent their high school. For others, this is almost a jump start into a college. Will be like a little bit having a similar system with really good athletes. But what's one thing that was a common theme that you heard from some of the athletes in your interviews getting geared up for this particular All-Star Series?
Yeah. It may sound basic, but the common theme was we just want to play volleyball again. It's been a while since volleyball season for the high school side, so both of these teams here, whether it's Class A, Class B, or whether it's blue or red, they're just ready to get back up there and play volleyball, shake off the rust a little bit, and just have some fun together and integrate classes, integrate teams here, and just put on a good show.
From this weekend on Friday, they got together. Some of these players are familiar with one another because of the travel, or JO, when it comes to volleyball. Others you've maybe never seen or heard from before. Josh, and anytime you talk with players in this all-star setting from 15, 20, 30 years ago in all-star games, they'd say, we never knew anybody unless you just had an opportunity to play against them at a state tournament and maybe sit down and speak with them at a lunch table. But now it seems like most players know someone through social media, a friend of a friend. They've been to a club together. They've been to a camp together. But you can still make some pretty cool memories. And for some of these players, they're going to be also teammates in college as well after they're done here today that maybe were rivals or teammates that are going to continue to be teammates, which I know you spoke with a couple of Bismarck Century products that are going to make their way to Moorhead coming up here in the fall.
Yeah, Holland Fitterer and Addison Clemene. I mean, some of these players have the luxury of they've got a teammate here with them that they've got the chemistry down with, that they've got just the right touch with, whereas some of these players are just having to learn on the fly a little bit how each other operates because it's not the same person you've had side by side with you in the fall. So just adapting, getting used to each other, and it should make for a fun product.
We'll take a quick break, and we continue on our pregame show. We'll get to our first of two coaches' conversations from there. Our starting lineups brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Then we'll rev up the engines for the first serve, brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway as well. A nice day for volleyball, a good crowd filing on into Fargo South High School. You still got time, about 20 minutes or so till the opening serve, and then tomorrow mark it down at Mandan for Game 2 of the volleyball series. No matter what happens in the first three sets, we're playing four. It's an all-star series, so give the girls the opportunity to show out their talents. So we will play 4 sets today. We'll play 4 sets tomorrow. The question is, will we go 5 or not? But first, let's talk to the coaches. Joining Josh Boyko is going to be Rich Olson here from the Team Red coaching staff next on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Due to the increase in cost of materials, cost of labor, and general inflation, plus the storm weather threats that we have in our region on a daily basis, many homes are not insured properly. Most families' biggest asset they will ever own is their home. We need to make sure we have it insured for enough. Inflation, cost of materials, cost of labor makes us work to stay on top of this. Usually the difference in premium is dollars a day to increase when needed. We get updated costs of goods and labor from area builders to input into our computer program that calculates an accurate replacement cost. With the weather in recent years, it is just scary with how many more frequent disasters are now than even 10 to 20 years ago. We need to adapt and make sure all our properties are protected because we live in the Midwest and deal with many of these scenarios.
Let's face it, moving is a pain. And if you decide to do it yourself, take the hassle out with All About Moving in Grand Forks. While national conglomerates tend to overcharge and take longer, All About Moving is locally owned and wants to make your next move an efficient and stress-free experience. Take the stress out of moving with All About Moving in Grand Forks, so you can focus on the things that really matter.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
As we continue here, seeing the red team getting some warm-ups in, our very own Josh Boyko making his way down to sit down with Rich Olson here from Langdon area Munich and part of the Red All-Stars. Let's toss it down to Josh Boyko. Josh?
On our Irie Insurance pregame show, this is our Hillsborough EDC pregame interview with Rich Olson here from Langdon area Munich. And Coach, what are you looking forward to most about day one here from Fargo South?
Just a chance to watch all these players go out and play. I mean, you've been practicing together with both the blue team and the red team for 5 days now, and it's just a chance for them to go showcase why they're here and showcase their great volleyball talent.
And speak to the talent that is here with so many first and second all-state players here, and just the talent level that's in front of us.
It's amazing. I mean, you walk into practice the first day and you're like, well, that's why they're here. I mean, there's 24 girls here, and all of them are ultra talented and dynamic playmakers, and we're leaders on their own teams that most likely did really well. And it's just fun to be around, and looking forward to exciting competition here.
We've got A and B together, and how is it meshed together in the practices? What do you expect to see here tonight?
It meshes together well. It doesn't take long. I mean, I did it 20 years ago, and there was a definite difference between A and B. I mean, you could definitely see that. You don't see that anymore. I mean, you walk in and you can't even tell whether they're A or B. And, after you introduce yourself and you realize where everybody's from. So getting that chemistry and cohesion is very simple at an event like this.
Is there anyone that we should be looking out for from either side here today?
I think it's too hard to narrow that down. I mean, it really is. I mean, you could have probably 8 or 9 different girls lead this match in kills or assists or digs or whatever. So that's pretty tough. Just enjoy the fact that you've got 12 athletes that are exceptional on the court.
Yeah, and I mean, these players are all elite at their specific what they do. So how do you think it's going to end up meshing together once we see it in play?
Well, hopefully it's a good close matchup. I mean, that's when they went to red versus blue, it was to try and create a little bit better matchup than East versus West, and you hope that it's exciting, and you hope it comes down to the end of the set, and that 1 or 2 plays make the difference.
All right, well, we're looking forward to seeing an exciting result here tonight. Thanks for joining us.
You bet, thank you.
That's Rich Olson from Langdon area Munich on our Hillsborough EDC pregame interview. More on the Irie Insurance pregame show after this.
New inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
The Outlaws are coming back. The World of Outlaws Late Model Series is coming back to Ada, the Norman County Raceway. Saturday, June 28th, the World of Outlaws. NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series will have 2 shows at Red River Valley Speedway, Saturday, May 31st and August 23rd. For tickets and more information, visit ncraceway.com, redrivervalleyspeedway.com, or follow on Facebook.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Hey there!
I'm here to personally invite you
to join First Community Credit Union. I know what you're thinking.
Oh no, not another financial.
Aren't they all the same? No, not really. We're a credit union.
When you join FCCU, you become part owner.
All the money we make, cha-ching, gets reinvested back to you, our members.
Which goes back to you in the form of
great rates,
and less fees.
So come see why life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
As we continue on our pregame show here today from Fargo South High School, it is the East versus the West. It is the 2025 Optimist Volleyball Series. Joining us from the Team Blue this season is Stephanie Oliver here with Fargo Davies. And Stephanie, just as a coach, you've been able to do this now back-to-back years. What did you enjoy about it last year, and what have you enjoyed so far this season, getting to know the players and getting on the floor for the first time here in a volleyball match?
It's just been a fun experience overall, just because of the high-level volleyball, bringing all the talent throughout the state. And obviously, I always see the teams from the East, so it's really fun to see those girls from the West. And it really surprises you what girls are on each team. And it really shows how much talent we do have in the state of North Dakota. So it's really fun to bring that here and then show everybody our talent.
Have you heard of players saying, I want to be an all-star, I want to get into this match, as a senior? What have you kind of seen from this particular all-star series, and just what have you hope that this series continues to do for volleyball in the state of North Dakota?
Absolutely. I think this is a great opportunity for girls who are seniors to just really, again, show all the years of experience that they've really proven on the court, and then bringing that and highlighting it here. Every girl should want to play in these games. That's kind of what, and some of them are their last games too, like that some of them won't be going to college and pursuing a college career, and that's okay. So this is going to be the highlight of their career and just kind of end on a high note.
From there, Stephanie, what is something that you've heard from players that have participated in this? What was the takeaway last year, and why a player, or maybe even why a coach? What's something that you've talked with coaches? Why should someone give this an opportunity for a couple of days over the weekend and a Monday, Tuesday, to get ready for the series itself?
Yeah, as a coach, it's fun to coach a team of just all-stars. It's really fun to put together a squad on the court and really show their talents. And then as a player, again, just kind of reiterating, showing their talent of over the years of playing volleyball and the commitment that they've shown, and then bringing that out on the court here today, and then showing that East and the West kind of intermixed. So now we're a red and a blue team, and it's going to be really fun to show that today.
For fans watching at home, or those coming to the match here tonight at South or tomorrow at Mandan, what's something in practice that you've seen from these two squads? It's going to be entertaining to watch for volleyball coming up here later tonight and tomorrow at Mandan.
The scrappiness of the teams are going to be really, really fun to watch, and just the big hitters. We have some really talented hitters throughout the state, and it's going to really highlight it tonight, and it's really going to highlight it tomorrow as well.
Stephanie Oliver joined us here. Last thing for me, Stephanie, last year of 2 classes, we go to 3 next year. Has there been a lot of talk with the girls of this as being the last, A, B All-Stars combined, or has it just been kind of a normal weekend of people getting to know each other? I know in basketball it was a big deal 2 years ago, the first, style to do that for a sport. Has there been a lot of talk about this is the last senior class at, 2 classes, or is it just kind of normal volleyball this weekend?
Normal volleyball. Nobody has thought about it at all. I think once we get closer to season, we'll think about it a little bit more and how different it will be. But honestly, we've just been here to play, and that's kind of the focus here.
Stephanie, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck for Team Blue here today and tomorrow, Mandan.
Thank you very much.
We'll continue on our pregame show after this. This interview brought to you in part by the Hills.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
I had been a stay-at-home mom for probably about 7 or 8 years, and so I was looking
for what that next step in my life was going to be. I've been a reading core tutor for 4 years now. It's really been one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. I've just seen so many kids come in that really lacked confidence. Just to see that transformation into confident readers where they know that their skills have improved and that they can do this, that's really awesome. My name is Jackie Knodel, and I'm a reading core tutor.
Those interviews are brought to you in part by the Hillsboro EDC. With great jobs, schools, businesses, and recreation, you can raise your family in a nice neighborhood just off exit 104, and lots are available to build your dream house with a great location on I-29. Those interviews, again, brought to you in part by the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation. As we continue on our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance, about 7 minutes or so away from the opening serve in the starting lineups here today from Fargo South High School. Our coverage will continue on yourliveevent.com with some Kindred Legion and baseball coverage throughout the summer months. We will head to Lemoore for the State Babe Ruth tournament at the end of July, then make our way to Castleton for the State A Legion baseball tournament. And also about a month from now, we will get to the North Dakota Lions All-Star Basketball Series. And then put it on your calendar, August the 22nd, high school football is back in business, coming up in just about 2 months and a week from now across the state of North Dakota. Minnesota volleyball gets cracking on August the 26th. As we continue here on our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Josh, a nice crowd that's starting to fill on in. Your court set is you'll get some of those public address announcer with the continued roll call here coming up in a moment. But what's the one thing you're looking forward to just as a fan here of this Optimist Volleyball Series? We mentioned some of the players earlier, but just what's one thing you're looking forward to most coming up here today with this Optimist Volleyball Series?
Yeah, you want to see the players engaged. You want to see them active and having a really good time. And so far, that's exactly what we've been seeing. And you just want to see that out on the court. You want to see some high-flying action. You want to see these outside hitters really get up, get some good sets, and make it tough on the defenses. So that's what we're looking forward to here today, and we've got a decent crowd filing in to take it all in.
Someone to make note of, and we will continue to do this throughout the course of the broadcast tonight and tomorrow. From the Blue All-Stars, Molly Bjornaby from the Grafton Spoilers. She's making her way to Valley City State University coming up in the fall, and she will also continue her volleyball program there as well here for Bjornaby. Part of the Blue All-Stars, she was the Region 2 Senior Athlete of the Year, while from a Class B perspective, and Ann Strokeland from Kenmare Bull Bells, she was a really nice volleyball player for head coach Tim Wallstrom of the Kenmare Bull Bells. This is his last year being a with the North Dakota Coaches Association, being a co-chairman with him and Lisa Strand here for Tim Wallstrom. But we want to thank him for everything that he has done and continues to do for volleyball as well. But he just has done a lot behind the scenes with us being co-chairman here. But talking about for Coach Tim Wallstrom and his volleyball player here in Ann Strokeland, attending Lake Region State University, coming up here for the Red All-Stars in the fall. Going to play volleyball and a Region 8 Senior Athlete of the Year as well. We'll continue with more after this on our pregame show here from the Brewing Den, head of our starting lineups and the opening serve.
Heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Final segment on our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance, as they're getting the clear of the court, which means we will get to our starting lineups and the opening serve here in just a few moments. Again, get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all, from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. Started today. And Podol and alongside Jeremy Ludo are our officials here tonight, or our referees here for this particular volleyball match. And then tomorrow, same time, different place. 6:30 will be the pregame show in Mandan. 7 o'clock will be the opening serve for match number 2 of this Optimist Volleyball Series. Getting to see some former volleyball Optimist players here tonight, getting to see some potential future ones, some of the area teams from both Class A and Class B cheering on their respective classmates, as well as you get to the Optimist Volleyball Series. You know, the summer months are coming up here, and which also means, again, school is 2 months away once you get kind of to that Optimist Volleyball series as well. But that does it for our pregame show. We're back with more in the starting lineups and the first serve after this from Fargo South High School. This is the 2025 North Dakota Optimist Volleyball Series.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Did you know that there are several different types of crop hail insurance policies? Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with IRE Insurance. We at IRE Insurance want to help you select a hail policy that will best protect your crops and bottom line from a hailstorm. Give us a call today to schedule a time to meet with an IRE Insurance agent. For our contact information, go to our website at ireins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at IRE.
IRE Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Parents are Jeremy and Katie Bixby, and coach is Jenna Anderson. Number 2, Molly Bjornby. From Grafton, parents are Josh and Patty Bjornby, and coach is Coley Warren. Number 3, Maya Blado. From West Fargo, Cheyenne, parents are Jeremy and Heidi Blado, and coach is Leah Newton. Number 4, Madison Collins. From Williston, parents are Corey and Jackie Collins, and coach is Cassidy Prisbilla. Number 5, Olivia Ebel. From Minot Arbor Deemers, parents are Brett and Felicity Borrud, and coach is Kara Nunziato. Number 6, Madison Foster. From Bismarck, parents are Tim Foster and Marie Neese, and coach is Brianna Klein. Number 7, Edie Hagerly. From Jamestown, parents are John and Sarah Hagerly, and coach is Sarah Hagerly. Number 8, Alexa Cloran. From West Fargo, Cheyenne, parents are Nicholas and Michelle Cloran, and coach is Leah Newton. Number 9, Reagan Chelstrup. From Central McLean, parents are Chris and Taryn Chelstrup, and coach is Whitney Jangula. Number 10, Alyssa Summerfield. From Horace, parents are Richard and Kelly Summerfield, and coach is Hadley Plank. Number 11, Ajaya Trader. From South Prairie, parents are Clarence and Wiona Trader, and coach is Katora Schwarzrock. Number 12, Presley Zeltinger. From Kenmare Bowbills, parents are Jason and Rachel Zeltinger, and coach is Tim Wallstrom. Coaches for the blue team are Katora Schwarzrock and Stephanie Oliver. And now for the red team. Number 1, Emerson Byron. From Grand Forks Red River, parents are Andy and Gwenny Byron, and coach is Carolyn Olson. Number 2, Holland Faturer. From Bismarck Century, parents are Paula and Dana Faturer, and coach is Amy Zastupel. Number 3, Emerson Johnson. From Winemere, parents are Ryan and Melissa Johnson, and coach is Tanner Carlson. Number 4, Addison Clamine. From Bismarck Century, parents are Pete and Jill Clamine, and coach is Jamie Zasupo. Number 5, Bella Kovash. From Dickinson Trinity, parents are Dan and Brandy Kovash, and coach is Brianna Sisson. Number 6, Caitlin Oman from Fargo Shanley. Parents are John and Amy Oman, and coach is Taylor Preston. Number 7, Meredith Rumfo from Langdon area Munich. Parents are Troy and Rochelle Rumfo, and coach is Rich Olson. Number 8, Ella Stimson from Fargo Shanley. Parents are Justin and Jessica Stimson, and coach is Taylor Preston. Number 9, Ann Strokeland from Kenmare Bobels. Parents are Pete and Becky Strokeland, and coach is Tim Wallstrom. Number 10, Reagan Terrell from Minot. Parents are Tyler and Danielle Terrell, and coach is Jesse Gorton. Number 11, Jordan Tozer from Thompson. Parents are Jesse Tozer Green and Brandon Tozer, and coach is Lisa Strand. And number 12, Isabel Wendell from Carrington. Parents are Shane and Mary Wendell, and coach is Megan Troutman. Coaches for the red team are Jamie Zastupo and Rich Olson.
That's Jamie Zastupo. There are starting lineups brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower owned. Go to crystalsugar.com. We'll come back after this. It's the opening serve of the 2025 North Dakota Optimist Volleyball Series.
County Fair, June 18th through 21st. Fireworks, monster truck, Laura J's strong and amazing aerial stunt show. Racing, free stage entertainment, magic shows, youth and senior days, mechanical bull riding, free music, Veterans Day. It's the Norman County Fair. Get the full schedule at normancountyfair.com. There's so much more at the Free Gate Fair. The Norman County Fair, June 18th through 21st, Ada, Minnesota, where summer begins and the fun never ends.
As it's now time to get ready for the opening serve, brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. At the Norman County Raceway, you can check out the World of Outlaw late models coming to Ada. That will be on the date of June the 28th. Tickets now available at normancounty.raceway.com and Red River Valley Speedway. Friday night races start at 7, and you can check out the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars with Donnie Schatz and Company back into town in West Fargo on August the 23rd. For more info, go to Red River Valley Speedway.com. Our opening serve, time to rev up the engines, brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. One time around the horn for us, I'm Chase Miller alongside Josh Boyko and Celie Stockmo with us here inside the Bruin Den. The East All-Stars and the West All-Stars used to be this series, but it's been a couple of years now where they've kind of done a pool where they draft players and they try to make it about as even as you can hear. And it's something similar, Coach, what Rich Olson said in his interview with Josh Boyko. He maybe can't determine who's a B or an A All-Star, but that's what we'll have a little bit later on here today in this one. Again, starting lineups and now the first serve. And the first serve is brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and alongside the Red River Valley Speedway. As they get everything ready to go, opening serve here coming up here by the Red All-Stars. This one will be with Isabel Wendell from Carrington at 7:07 on a Monday night. And welcome to the Optimist Volleyball Series. Bixby from Sargent County. This one freeballed over by Foster from Bismarck High. Set up in the middle. Big right-handed swing down for a hammer here from Team Blue as Edison Clamine on the way here for Bismarck Century gets the opening points. On our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. Sometimes you just wonder how many long rallies you'll get to open up a particular, as it's 1-0 here for the red team. As this one will move its way back set. This one will be hit on the way for the libero and Fitterer, as now you'll see this one on top of the net. Bixby is there to help it out. Set outside. This one a right-handed swing by Collings down for the points. Madison Collings gets the opening point here from Williston, heading to University of North Dakota for criminal justice, a all-WDA selection from a season ago, and she will be at the service line here. Service on the way for Collins. This one dug out by Fitterer. Set to the outside. Here's Stimson. Can't get that one over the net. And after our first tie, it will be the first lead here for Team Blue. As now Collins, the Williston product, back to the service line here. We'll go back to the back left corner. This one will be by Wendell. Stimson gets it over the double and down for the points. Ella from Shanley heading to University of North Dakota for aviation management. Josh, that was a new one.
Yeah, takes a smart one to be in aviation management. Not a bad place to go do it either.
As we'll see the Blue All-Stars here to the outside. Alexa Kaloran with the push over. This one will be by Clemene. Back set. Here goes Stimpson over the double block. An opportunity here for Team Blue by Hagerly on this set. This one will be pushed across by Collins. Nice sprawling save by the red team there by Omen. Where will Team Blue go outside? Kaloran able to get this one across. There was Omen. She'll have a chance. A right-handed swing down for the kill. A little bit of a line-to-line shot there for Caitlin, and you'll see the Red All-Stars regaining the lead here at 3-2.
Yeah, there's some Shanley fans in the seats tonight, as we heard during introductions, and nice one there from Oman, going, like you said, line to line in a good spot.
Big speed to keep this one going. Back set on the way. Here's a swing across the net by Reagan Chelstrup here from Setch McLean. Stimpson hits this one underneath the net, and for some of these volleyball players, Josh, as we're tied at 3 apiece, it's the first time in a while that they've swung as we get this opportunity here for the Blue All-Stars with Bixby to the service line.
Yeah, just trying to recalibrate, get your bearings here, and nice serve right there, grazing a little bit of net, and it's a nice start for Blue on this point.
Omen gets it across. Collins is there. This one by Hagerly. Trader gets blocked at the net. Back set. This one goes to Kaloran across. Here's a swing by Wendell to keep it alive there by Clemene. Wendell gives it to Stimpson, pushes it over. This one tight at the net. A chance for Kaloran as she pushes it on 3. Where do the Red All-Stars go? They go outside. Right-handed swing. There's another block by the Blue All-Stars. Oh, Trader and Kaloran. It's a block party. Trader gets this one tipped across. Back set there by Wendell. Stimpson over the dope, not over the double block. There's Trader. Another chance in it. This one tight. Kaloran keeps alive. Bixby able to help it out. Here's a right-handed swing by Chelstrup. And oh, what a rally and a point for Team Red as they have taken a 4-3 lead.
Best points of our first set here, and it comes with net presence from both sides, but especially Team Blue with a block pretty much on all 3 parts of that front line.
Service on the way for the Red All-Stars, and Kaloran and Trader, that's going to be fun for the rest of tonight and tomorrow here at the net. Trader gets this one across on the left hand. Ullman keeps alive. Back set. Stimpson, big right-handed swing, open area. Just a little bit too much on that one, and it's our 3rd tie of the opening set.
Yeah, Trader and Kaloran are probably not used to seeing a whole lot of their shots getting blocked at the net, but we've got some good bigs on both of the sides here in the middle. And we are down tied up at 4 apiece.
Presley Zeltinger will be from Kenmare Bowbells here on to serve. She'll be a hairstylist in Bismarck coming up for cosmetology school in the fall. This one up and over. Nice little spot there by Ullman, and she gets rewarded with the point. It's 5-4. Nice little roll shot across the net.
Yeah, Ullman's looked good so far in these first few points. She's just played a clean first few points, and that's what's gotten Red out to a short lead.
As we get the service on the way for the former Fargo Shanley Deacon and Stimpson. This one will be in for our first ace of the night.
Man, did that ever have some sink to it late? Last second drop right on the back line. Couldn't have placed it any better.
Yeah, you'd like that as a pitcher in baseball, right? A good sink through the zone. As we'll see this one coming across here again for Ella. Nice filing crowd here on a Monday in Fargo. This one will be out of play for the first service there for either club.
Can be tempting to play that one on the near the back line right there. You see a little bit of a half go, but some good discipline by Kaloran there as she checks out.
As for the Blue All-Stars, Madison Foster from Bismarck High, a first-team All-State selection, going for social work to Bismarck State College here in the fall, and that'll be the first service error of the match here for the Blue All-Stars. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring you high school softball here today. Those include Bank North, DJ Coulter Agency, Norman County Raceway, and a host of others. A 2-point lead here for the Red All-Stars as they will head to the service line. Right-handed swing by Ullman. Bixby is there to cover it up in the back. Here goes Zeltinger with the swing to the outside, and Collins, how did that one keep it alive? Really good job by the libero there and Fitterer to keep it alive as this one gets up and over on the third by Bella Kovac. Bixby chasing it down, and Trader with the push. Good spot just outside. You couldn't have done it any better when you're scrambling right there, and Trader missed it by a half a foot.
Yeah, some good hustle there on the blue side to keep that one alive. You saw a big power hit earlier in the volley, but Trader just a little bit long off the back line.
As Ullman continues to serve here, a fellow Shanley Deacon product goes to Collins. This one will go back to Collins across the net. Fitterer with a nice dig. Good pass to Stimpson. Sets outside. Here comes Kovac on top of the block. Kept alive by the Region 1 senior athlete in Bixby. This one up and over by Collins. Stimpson helps it aside. This one back set. Right-handed swing. Ullman down for the point. Caitlin with her second kill for the Red All-Stars.
Yeah, Ullman is really feeling it. She's on a nice serving roll that's got the blue a little bit on their heels to start these points and doing a nice job as she continues along here.
A future Cyclone for Iowa State in architecture. That was a new one that we haven't heard of so far this season, Josh, when it comes to these all-star matches.
Yeah, building a nice resume on the volleyball side right here. As she'll be going for architecture, but she's the architect of a nice 5-point run here pretty much.
As Molly Bjornaby, the Region 2 Senior Athlete of the Year for the Grafton Spoilers, gets the point, and more importantly the side out as Trader from South Prairie Max. She'll be staying close to home, Minot State University, for collegiate volleyball and business here for Trader. This one dug up by Fitter. Stimson is there. Back set, right-handed swing across the net. Trader able to help it alive. Zeltinger coming in the middle. Here goes Blado with the tip, and it might be a net violation regardless. But you know what? In an all-star match, though, give the point, and why not, as Blado gets her first kill.
Yeah, nice tip there from Blado, just playing it smart. And when you've got that type of net presence, it can be tempting to just try to swing hard at everything, but she does a nice job with the finesse.
Stimson outside. Here goes Kovash down the line for the kill. Dickinson Trinity stand up. Bella Kovash with the kill.
That was beautiful. Great location down the near side. No one's getting that.
We will play again 4 sets no matter what here today, whether the first 3 are won by Team Red or Team Blue as an example. We'll have 4 no matter what, but so far 17 total points, and it's been a nice back and forth as Zeltinger gives us one. Here comes Collins over the double of the block. Ullman is there. Set up Stimson to the outside. Kovash up the side of the block. Once is good, twice is better from the outside.
Yeah, Kovash really feeling comfortable on that left front side and doing a nice job. Just staying down that line and powering it through the front row.
Largest lead for the Red All-Stars. Fitterer goes to the opposite libero, and Bixby set up middle. Blado gets a tip across for the Cheyenne product. This one then pushed over by Clemene from Bismarck Century. Here goes Collins, able to keep it alive. Where will Stimson go? Sets middle. This one pushed to the back left corner. A Deacon helps a Patriot. That doesn't happen often in volleyball, as it'll be down for a point. Clemene able to get that one, and oh my, there's a lot of rivalries between Century and Shanley on the volleyball court. Here is a serve on the way for Fitterer. This one will be out, second service here, and the largest lead of the game gets cut down to now 4 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Service on the way here for the Blue All-Stars with Eddie Hagerly from Jamestown, going to Dordt University for collegiate volleyball and elementary education. Hagerly on to serve as this one going to be dug up by Fitterer, coming to the middle, pushed across. Great sprawl attempt by Foster. Now to the outside. Collins trying to line shot. I really did like the play, though, by Madison from Bismarck High there, Josh, to keep that one going for the attempt for the Blue All-Stars.
Yeah, just able to stay alive for a little bit longer, and a nice attempt on that line-to-line one, but just coming up a little bit short. Those ones are maybe some of the hardest to get the precision on, going cross-court.
Hagerly sets it up with the right-handed swing by Maya Blado, her second kill to match. Blado from West Fargo, Cheyenne head coach Leah Newton heading to Nebraska for a little college. A first-team All-Stater going to join her fellow teammate and Alexa Kaloran down there as well. 13-9 service, and this one will be second service there by Collins. 14-9, and you get a couple of Cheyenne products making their way. Going to be a Cornhusker, while you got a couple of Bismarck Century products. Going to be a Cobber. Apparently, corn is in the future for these volleyball players. This one comes middle, tipped across the net, kept alive here by Ullman. Set middle. Ullman will swing, and this one kept alive by Collins. Pinballed around. Kaloran will be across, and the Red All-Stars just keep chipping away. And a timeout on the floor. We'll break with them on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's a 6-point lead for Team Red.
The World of Outlaws late models return to the Norman County Raceway, Ada, Minnesota, June 28th. Ada Building Center LLC start to finish showdown, presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Enjoy the experience. Nationwide top 10 experience last year. Let's make it number 1 this year. World of Outlaws late models, Ada Building Center LLC start to finish showdown, presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Tickets now available, ncraceway.com.
As we take a look at some of the Fargo Shanley Deacons, also Thompson Tommy fans across the way on our in-game update cam, brought to you in part by Bank North. Go to banknorth.bank. That's banknorth.bank. So far, 3 ties at 1-3 respectively. Also, we were tied at 2, but since then it's been Team Red with their largest lead here at 15 tonight, and a balanced tie it here, Josh, with Clemene, Kovash, and Omen all with 2 kills respectively. An in-game update brought to you in part by Bank North. Go to banknorth.bank.
Yeah, I've seen some good performances so far from both sides, but Red has been very consistent and done a nice job not overplaying themselves. As I say that, we've got a service error.
Well, just like in actual volleyball, you take a time to freeze the server, and they're able to do that.
What have I done?
Bixby will come up to the service line, as this one will be a right-handed swing, as we'll see it across the net. Back set on the way, right-handed swing down the line, and a really good attempt, just a little bit out there for the Red All-Stars with Clemene. So 15 now to 11, back-to-back points since the timeout. The Blue All-Stars with Bixby. Look at that one, that barely moved. Fitterer with a good dig. This one down the line and a better swing. Caitlin Omen. So far, we've seen the outside of Kovash and Omen here, Josh, be a really good tandem combination for the Red All-Stars.
Yeah, Omen has looked incredibly comfortable staying with that near side. It's the 3rd time she's gone down the line right there. Hagerly with a valiant effort, but had no chance stopping that.
Clemene onto the service line. Will go back to Bixby off of her hand, and that's an ace. Second one of the match here for the Red All-Stars. Largest lead here at 17 to 11, so some work to do for Team Blue. Well, for the Red All-Stars, can they jump out and hide right now, and how quickly can they get to 20? Clemene to the service line, little jump serve. This one dug up by Collins, tied at the net by Hagerly, and Trader, oh, she smacked it down to the 10-foot line. How do you do? Trader, if you don't get a block up, she knows where to put the volleyball.
That's a pretty good strategy for success for Blue. If you can get just a free set, right? You couldn't have put that in a better place for her. You just put it above the net. She's going to go grab it, and she put it down.
Good little transition volleyball there, and Hagerly said, if you're going to leave Trader open, I'm going to go to her the rest of the night probably, as this one is dug out. Here's a back step by Wendell. Stimson, no touch at the net. Nope, will go out of play. Back-to-back points here for Team Blue.
Yeah, that's the groove that you need to get in for Blue. You get a nice setup there to Trader, and then you have some good discipline, good eye, letting that go out the back. You're right back in this.
As we'll see, Wendell here with the serve, setting up middle. Big right-handed swing on the way there by Strokeland. And now for the Blue All-Stars, gets it across with Bjornaby. This one coming Wendell to the outside on top of the double block, kept alive by the Blue All-Stars by Collins. This one in the middle, pushed across the net by Bixby, and a nice spot. Fitterer able to help it out, right-handed swing, block at the net after the swing by Omen. Another opportunity here, Stimson with the push across. This one kept alive by Bjornaby. Set to the outside, Kaloran readjusts, pushes it over on the 3rd. On the free ball, another chance for Omen, up and over. This one tight. We'll see where the Blue All-Stars go. Outside, Kaloran right-handed swing, out of bounds. Well, you have the Class A Senior Athlete of the Year in Alexa Kaloran on the outside, and the Class B Senior Athlete of the Year in Trader. That's an embarrassment of riches once you're at an all-star volleyball.
Yeah, that's certainly enough power and enough athleticism there to win you pretty much any volleyball match, but they're trying to just get back in the zone here and get those sets in the right spot for them.
So far, the Red All-Stars really scrappy right now as this one just gets across on the shot. Bixby is there. Kaloran with the pushover on the 3rd. For Stimson, back set on the way. Right-handed swing. They keep it alive for the Blue All-Stars somehow by Kaloran, and then Trader was trying to get there, just unable to do so. And it's back to now a 19-3 advantage on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, the consistency of this Red team, they're just playing fundamental volleyball right now, and that's what's got them ahead.
As you can tell, this one means something to coaches. They're talking every point, as well as this will be another service ace on the way here for the Red All-Stars. One coming by Stimson, her 2nd of the match.
You just see Kaloran and that back row just trying to gauge where the line is and seeing how these different serves are moving a little bit differently as we see another timeout here as they try to figure it out.
It's a 7-point lead for the Red All-Stars. We'll continue with more here on your liveevent.com.
I had been a stay-at-home mom for probably about 7 or 8 years, and so I was looking for what that next step in my life was going to be. I've been a reading core tutor for 4 years now. It's really been one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. I've just seen so many kids come in that really lacked confidence. Just to see that transformation into confident readers where they know that their skills have improved and that they can do this, that's really awesome. My name is Jackie Knodel, and I'm a reading core tutor.
here on YourLiveEvent.com from Fargo South High School. Chase Miller alongside Josh Boyko, and with us is Seeley Stockmo here tonight, running camera of the 2025 Optimist Volleyball Series. Will be out in Mandan tomorrow. That'll be at 7 o'clock for the opening serve. So far, the Red All-Stars, once they have stayed out in front, they've been out in front by about 4 points or more. The question is, can the Blue All-Stars make a rally, or can the red team finish the first set off? Blue All-Stars will come up to Trader. Trader with a good push across on a hard push. Kept alive in the back by Bella Kovac, and a free ball over on the third. Bixby, this one coming outside. Right-handed swing up and down. This one was tight at the net as it keeps alive, and eventually over on the third. And Stimson has been Johnny on the spot a couple of times here in set number one.
Yeah, just finding, she's just in the right area. She's in the right spot to make the play, and nice slide as she kept that one alive.
Largest lead of the match here at 8. Stimson continues to serve. Bixby is there as you'll see the Blue All-Stars back set. Clord, big swing. Oh, kept alive by the Red All-Stars, and they somehow get it over on the third by Emerson Byron from Red River. Here comes Trader, hits the rope, and this one will be off. Oh, that was close. Very close there by Trader.
Yeah, you got a couple good swings at it. If you're the blue team, you got Koloran with nearly buried one, but it took a very nice dig to keep that one up, and then you get Trader with a good swing in there too. Just gets a little bit too much net.
Zeltinger to the outside. Bjornaby is there, and the Red All-Stars, as they've done, they found a way to keep the volleyball alive. Fitterer pushes across Zeltinger. Here comes Trader with a swing, and that one is down for the point. Trader says, this time I'm not going to hit the ribbon up top. Let's just get it over for a side out.
Yeah, she got plenty of height on her jump there, and it was easily able to clear the net that time. Just in a really good spot for her where she's able to do her thing.
Blue All-Stars onto the service line here as they will come across. This one will be tight. Back set there by Stimson, and one of those that doesn't go over. We haven't said that too many times for the Red All-Stars, as Foster will continue to serve. 22-15 as Madison here from Bismarck High to the service line. This one will come to the back right corner. Kovac is there. Stimson with the bump to the outside. Emerson Byron up and over on the third. Coming here is Zeltinger pushing it outside. Collins with a big head of steam, but this one will be out of play. No touch, and a side out on the way here for Team Red. 2 points away for the Red All-Stars from taking the opening set here in this Optimist Volleyball Series, as they will have Clemene from Bismarck Century, her coach, Jamie Zastapul. Also here, one more time for a couple Patriots. Trader blocks. This one comes to the middle. Free ball over by Collins, and this is out, doesn't miss. But how about the block, especially by Ann Strokeland, part of that block party there, Josh?
Yeah, the red front line has done such a good job with such power with Koloran over there, with Trader over there. They've done a nice job just surviving at the net and doing enough so they can.
Bixby with almost a pancake, but that'll be an ace, and that's how we'll finish off the opening set. The ace there by Oman, the fourth one on the way for the Red All-Stars. They take the opening set by a final of 25-15 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Back with a set recap, brought to you in part by DJ Cole.
Due to the increase in cost of materials, cost of labor, and general inflation, plus the storm weather threats that we have in our region on a daily basis, many homes are not insured properly. Most families' biggest asset they will ever own is their home. We need to make sure we have it insured for enough. Inflation, cost of materials, cost of labor makes us work to stay on top of this. Usually the difference in premium is dollars a day to increase when needed. We get updated costs of goods and labor from area builders to input into our computer program that calculates an accurate replacement cost. With the weather in recent years, it is just scary with how many more frequent disasters are now than even 10 to 20 years ago. We need to adapt and make sure all our properties are protected because we live in the Midwest and deal with many of these scenarios.
Public schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
As we get back to our DJ Coulter Agency set recap, as we take a look at the red team after their 25-15 first set win, Caitlin Oman was able to have 3 kills, a couple by Stimpson, Kovash, and Klamine. 4 aces total, led by Ella Stimpson in set number 1. For the Blue All-Stars, they are led by Trader with 2 kills and Blado with 2 kills as well. That set recap brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Cover the man that wants a shot at your business. Go to DJ Coulter Agency. From home, life, business, and farm insurance. Go to djcoulter.com. That again is djcoulter.com with our set recap. Josh, what was the biggest thing you took away from the opening set?
Yeah, the red team just not making a whole lot of mistakes. They were able to just survive what the blue team was doing in the front row, and it just helped them out that they weren't shooting themselves in the foot. They weren't making a ton of mistakes, and it didn't look like they were rusty was the big thing. So they just played technical volleyball, survived what the blue team was doing, and took advantage of it.
And we'll see what happens in set number 2. Now that you got a couple of different players that we'll see in as well, that's the reason why you're doing 4 sets, is to allow some that don't play in the first set to come on in the second set. It's not necessarily 12 players and you rotate through all 12 of them. So, for example, first time we'll see Jordan Tozer here for the Red All-Stars, as they will have a chance on the way. We'll see a different libero coming into the game now for the Red All-Stars as well. And we'll see that here for the Blue All-Stars, where it's not going to be Emma Bixby. It looks to be with Alyssa Sommerfeld here for the Blue All-Stars. And we'll get to the Red All-Star here, libero in Terrell here from Minot. So we get the service on the way for the blue team in Hagerly, as this will come tight. A joust going to be won by the Red All-Stars. This one pushed across, and that'll be down for the points. Coming to the middle here for Team Red, it's going to be Klamine here in the middle.
What a location right there from Klamine. She had some room to work with, but went right down the line, placed it beautifully for the first point.
Future Husky from St. Cloud State going to compete in track and field as Jordan Tozer on to serve, and the Blue All-Stars will give up the point. It's now 2-love, and the Thompson-Tommy product with a good serve for her first time here for the Red All-Stars on her way through. As Tozer back to the service line again. This one will go back right corner. Hagerly with the set to the outside. Here's a swing by Chelstrup. This one nearly hits the basketball hoop. Up and over on the second in a really good spot. The outside again of Oman and alongside Kovash has been, just as it was in the first set, a nice early start here in the second set.
Yeah, Oman's got some really good topspin to that push shot that she just put over right there. Impossible to dig that one out.
Blue All-Stars with the back set. Kaloran, big block at the net. This one coming through. Free ball over by Olivia Ebel from our Redeemers as that one gets across, set middle. Here's a swing, blocked on the way by Blado. Another chance for the Red All-Stars. Ullman goes cross-court, kept alive on the way there by Sommerfeld. To the outside is Chelstrup. Tozer keeps alive. This one back bump on the way by Ullman. This is a good volley going here in the second set, as the Blue All-Stars will have another chance at this one for Chelstrup. This one coming to the outside. Ullman up and over the double. There is no help. She read it perfectly, and Caitlin with kill number 5.
Yeah, Ullman's shown she's got some good power, but it's been her last 2 kills on the touch. Just a little bit of a push shot over the double block and into the vacant area.
Reagan Terra also has been very active in that libero spot for the Red All-Stars so far through 5 points. Kaloran gets it over on the third. Johnny on the spot is Terrell. This one gets up and over on the third. Back to the back left corner, and eventually Sommerfeld from West Fargo Horse gets it across at the 10-foot line. Back set in her feet. This one will be blocked after the attempt there by Emerson Byron. Swing outside. This one comes across. Was there any touch? There was not. Point will be out. Caitlin Ullman will give this one to the Blue All-Stars. Service on the way for the Blue All-Stars will be Alexa Kaloran. Playing in the front row will be Molly Bjornaby with Chelstrup, and alongside it with Maya Blado. Service here for Kaloran. Part of a really good senior class for head coach Leah Newton and the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs the last couple of years. Kaloran trying to keep alive. Chelstrup was there, and eventually the point will be awarded to the Red All-Stars.
The serving on the red side has been good to where it's got the blue team on their heels a little bit. They're serving to back row and really getting them on the backside of their feet right now.
Emerson Johnson ties up the shoelaces here for the Weimar Lidgerwood product. Going to be going to NDSCS for collegiate basketball upcoming here in the fall. long run for Terrell, and that's just a tough spot for anybody in volleyball. And so far, Josh, as you said, if you're unable to have a really good pass off the serve, which we hear a lot of coaches talk about in volleyball, if you cannot have a good serve receive, it could be a long night. And so far, the Red All-Stars just putting the ball in play and making the most out of it.
Yeah, that was Sommerfeld trying to track that one down the back line there. And, once you're running backwards after the first touch, you're not going to have as quality of a touch on the third one. So here we see a little bit better potential.
Here's a swing by Bjornaby. The Red All-Stars will go outside. Omen can't get it over the double block. Tozer with the push across. Kaloran is there. Here comes Hagerly, sets up Blado, but just can't time it. And the Red All-Stars up 7-1 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. We've seen good blocks from both the blue team and the red team, Josh. It's just now that second read is kind of what we're seeing the Red All-Stars getting that little momentum over.
Yeah.
Service. This will come. Terrell tied at the net. A joust going to be eventually won by Blado. Red All-Stars back set. Here goes Bjornaby and eventually gets the point and the side out here for Team Blue. 7-2. And coming on will be Terrell here for the Red All-Stars. Well, you got Sommerfeld here for the Blue All-Stars. Sommerfeld going to Concordia for business and going to play a little tennis collegiately as well. Also a really good tennis player in her own right for the Hawks. Kaloran in the middle. This one back set back to Alexa Kaloran from the back row attack. Out of play, it's 8-2.
Yeah, those are a couple much needed points for the blue team as it reads 8-2 actually right now. So Red getting that point back.
So 8-2 on the way here as we'll see this one in the back to Kaloran. Hagerly is there tight. This one will be by Chelstrup and eventually will be out of play as it hits the post and makes it now a 9-2 and a timeout on the floor. We'll break as well on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Team Red leads by 7.
I'm here to personally invite you
to join First Community Credit Union. I know what you're thinking.
Oh no, not another financial.
Aren't they all the same? No, not really. We're a credit union.
When you join FCCU, you become part owner.
All the money we make, cha-ching, gets reinvested back to you, our members.
Which goes back to you in the form of
great rates
and less fees.
So come see why life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
As we come back here, it's a 9-2 advantage here for the Red All-Stars on YourLiveEvent.com. And a volleyball match that's about a half hour old here today. Opening set went to the Red All-Stars 25-15. So the Red All-Stars will continue to serve as they will have it here on the way with Emerson Byron from Grand Forks Red River heading to UND for kinesiology upcoming here for the Rough Rider. Hagerly back set. Chelstrup gets this one across. Tozer's there. The Red All-Stars into the middle. A swing. Hagerly keeps it going. Eventually Bjornaby off her back heel gets it over. Byron with the set to the outside to Ullman. And this one will be a point for the Blue All-Stars. How about Bjornaby, though, Josh, kind of backpedaling and gets one over?
I'll even go one step further back into Hagerly. Just kind of it got in on her a little bit near the chest, but she was able to kind of just underhand that one without lifting and keep that point alive.
Zeltinger will be on to serve. This one goes right back across. A chance for the Blue All-Stars. Zeltinger backs it. Here comes Collins. No block. Here will be a bump by Terrell. This one over and down for the point from the outside by the Carrington Cardinal product and Isabel Wendell, heading to the University of Jamestown to play collegiate volleyball, where her sister Madison also was a fellow Jimmy. 10-3 service here for Clemene. Clemene gets it across the nets. Blue All-Stars will come up with Trader. Oh, what a dig by Terrell. This one gets across. A chance. Tozer pushes it over. Sommerfeld keeps it alive. Back set on the way. Here goes Bjornaby. It comes right back across Collins. Oh, Terrell does it again. This one to the outside. Tozer up and over on the third. The Blue All-Stars set to the outside. Here comes Collins. Right-handed swing. And that'll miss by Collins, but not by much. And one of the more impressive rally points goes to the Red All-Stars.
Yeah, how about Reagan Terrell doing it all? I mean, we saw her in All-Star softball not too long ago, but now she's doing it on the volleyball court as well. A couple of incredible digs to keep that point alive.
As Clemon will come on to serve as she does. Back left corner, Bjornaby is there. This one set to the outside. Collins is blocked. This one will go out, and we'll see actually 4 hits, so it was not blocked. It'll be 4 hits, but a point still regardless to Team Red. Well, the Red All-Stars got out in front in the first set, and they never trailed after it was tied 3 times, and right now it's been all Red All-Stars here in set number 2. That'll be their 4th service error of the match, and see if the Blue All-Stars can try to get a little bit of a rally, but so far, Josh, it's kind of been those 50-50 plays that have gone Team Red's way, just in terms of getting to the spot, putting the ball in play, and they've just kind of taken advantage of it.
Yeah, I think you've mentioned it perfectly right there. The 50-50 balls are going the way of Red, as a nice ace there from Blue to get a couple points back on the board.
As you'll see that by Olivia Ebel. Ebel from RE Deemers heading to University of North Dakota for marketing. A first-team All-Stater in Class B. Back set, right-handed swing. This one through the block and down for the points on the far side here. As that looked to be Strokeland, and it was. Strokeland gets the kill.
We saw the ace a moment ago there, but at the same time, Blue serves have been pretty basic as they're playing from behind, so it doesn't allow you to be as aggressive necessarily with those services as this one lands in no man's land.
14-5 on the way as you see Reagan Terrell pick up the points here for Minot High Magician. Heading to Wisconsin for genetics, and on the way, going to be a future Badger as this one's going to be blocked. Here comes Trader. This one gets across by Tozer eventually on the second. Sommerfeld, and again, just the rally points that you think Team Red is dead in the rights to lose. They find a way to scrap one across, throw it over, and get a point.
Yeah, they're just extending. They're extending as long as they possibly can, getting some incredible digs.
As this will be a service here, number 5 on the way for the Red All-Stars.
On the points they're getting played all the way through, when it's not service errors, the Red All-Stars have been absolutely dominant in this second set.
Trader on to serve, her fellow coach in Schwartzrock giving her where to serve, as this one will come to the middle, through the double and down for another hammer. Oh, Clamine with her 4th kill of the match.
Yeah, Clamine with just some absolute filth right there. You're not stopping that. No way, no how.
As right now, the Red All-Stars, you can just tell, and this is just one of those things when it comes to an All-Star Series. Sometimes it's Team A's turn on a Monday night, and it could be Team B turn regardless. We've seen that before in some series, but the Red All-Stars, full engines are humming here on a Monday. As right now for the Blue All-Stars, they will go to the outside. Kaloran with the push across back left corner. Trying to get there was Omen, but really good spot by Kaloran for the point in the side out.
Yeah, that's a good strategy when things aren't going as great and you're a little bit down. You go to Kaloran right there with the Senior Athlete of the Year.
As you will see now, Hagerly, Eddie from Jamestown, onto the service line as she does this one into the back. Where will Emerson Johnson set? She'll go outside to number 1 to Byron. This one coming to another Kaloran as she's going to get blocked, and eventually the point coming down. And a really good tandem block on the outside, but we'll give this one more towards Emerson Byron for the points. A 1-2 combination, but they really started high-fiving Byron immediately, so she kind of got the 1A on that. As this one will come across to the outside, right-handed tip, almost down for the point. For the Red All-Stars, they will go outside, up and over, and this will be in for the Red. Omen with the point. Bismarck Century stand up in volleyball. What's new? 18-7.
Also, credit to Emerson Johnson keeping that one alive there to keep that one going and earning another 50-50 point.
Tozer onto the service line. We'll see this one here for the Blue All-Stars. Up and over by Chelstrup. Tight at the net by Johnson, able to get it across. Chelstrup keeps it going. Now to the outside. Here comes Kaloran, blocked again. Another swing. Here it goes in the back there by Sommerfeld. As we'll see the Red All-Stars with a big swing. Sommerfeld with a great dig. 50-50 ball pushed right back by Omen. Blue All-Stars reconvene. Kaloran is blocked on the way. And the block party continues, this time by Clement.
Yeah, Clamine and Byron both just getting hands on the front row. And Kaloran is an incredible athlete out there on the edge, but she has had some trouble getting it through that front row.
Clamine on the way there. Thank you, Josh, as this one goes to the outside. Chelstrup down the line. Tozer's there to keep it alive. Johnson set up middle. This will be into the net by Addison. Clamine on that one, 19-8. Last time it was 19 points to the Red All-Stars. It was 19-13 in the first set. As we'll see it here for Alexa Kaloran to the service line. here for the Blue All-Stars. Looking for 4 or 5 points in a row here, see if they can put some pressure on the Red All-Stars. Free ball over on the third, where Team Blue just can't do much with it. It's plays like that. It looked like the Red wasn't going to get much with it. Emerson Byron puts it across a good spot, and they get the point at 20-8.
Yeah, just hustle plays, getting it to the right spot, and Blue is kind of just in a scramble mode right now, and they're trying to figure out some communication stuff on the back line.
As we'll see this for the Blue All-Stars, Bjornaby with the big swing. Red All-Stars, this will be hit number 3. They get it across by Clemene. Here comes to the middle. Nice little spot by Blado, but that's been about the story of the game. You're missing by a foot here for the Blue All-Stars, where everything is going in the rectangular spot here if you're the Red All-Stars.
The good news for the Blue team, they're off, but they're not off by much. So it's correctable. They just got to calibrate in a little bit, dust a little bit of the rust off, and they will be just fine.
Jelstrup gets it across, hits the net. That probably did her some advantage on that. Gets the point regardless. Reagan with the kill from Central McLean. She's heading to Colorado State University coming up in the fall, a first-team All-State selection in Class B. 21-9 as Sommerfeld onto the service line here from West Fargo Horace. This one will come into the middle. Emerson Johnson from the Warbirds gets this one on a nice set and eventually hammers one down with Caitlin Ullman. 22-9 as the Red All-Stars are out in front right now, and we'll see a substitution on the way for the Red All-Stars as well. Service to the back right corner. Hagerly set Trader. Trader will see this one, no touch out of play. And now it's 23-9.
Another one just a little bit off out the back row. So after this second set, Blue's just got to hone in, calm down a little bit, maybe a little bit of nerves, and just shake it off. They'll be just fine.
Killorn with a nice pass to Hagerly. Here comes Trader. Big swing on top of the block. It kept alive by Tozer. Here's a right-hand swing by Ullman. Killorn with the left hand. Free ball over on the third. Just gets over. And the points that have been going the Reds' way goes to the Blue there with Hagerly. It's 23-10.
Killorn had to readjust off of a tip, and she had to alter her timing, but she just does get it up enough, and Hagerly goes all the way back, and just a perfect loft over the net. Very seamlessly done.
Zeltinger on to serve, as you'll see this for the Red All-Stars. Back set, right-handed swing. That'll be down for the point after the deflection. Caitlin Ullman from the left and from the right. It's now 24-10. I'll see set point on the way. The Red All-Stars won 25-15 in the first set, and they are taking it to the Blue All-Stars here in set number 2. As the serve here for the Red All-Stars. This one to the back left corner for the Blue All-Stars. Trader in the middle pushes this one across. Now a swing here from the Red All-Stars coming up and over. Good placement there by Strokeland. Now you'll see Trader with the left hand gets it over. Tozer is there, kept alive by Terrell. Here's a swing by Wendell for the kill. Set 2 to Team Red, 25-10 as they lead it 2-love. As we head to our set recap, brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. That's around the corner next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
As we come back here on our DJ Coulter Agency set recap here on YourLiveEvent.com, is take a look at some of the fans that are making their way through here from the Bruin Den. And we got a toddler in action with Carolyn Olson, also from Grand Forks Red River, sitting in attendance across the way. A very knowledgeable coach who's learned more about volleyball and forgotten it than all of us combined at this table, as in set number 2 again went to the Red All-Stars 25-10 here as we get ready for set number 3. This set recap brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. And in set number 2, the Red All-Stars took a lead and never relinquished it. So far, they've had 5 aces here today, a couple of blocks in that set by Clemene and also Byron. The Blue All-Stars, no one's over 2 kills with Bjornaby, Blido, and Trader. For the Red All-Stars, Caitlin Ullman has 8. Clemene has 4 on the way for the Red All-Stars. That's our set recap brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Go to the man that can cover your can. Go to djcoulteragency.com. As we get ready here for set number 3, 25-15 in the first set, 25-10 in set number 2. Now the question is, how can the Red All-Stars keep it going, Josh? And then on the opposite side, what can the Blue All-Stars do to get 3-4 points in a row? Because realistically, it's been a point, and they've given back to the red team, and they get 3-4 points. You get a point, then you give it back again for 3-4 points to the red team in that second set.
Yeah, if you're the red team, just keep doing what you're doing. I've said it already a number of times. They're just extending plays. When it seems like they're down out on the point, they're just getting it back to neutral so they can live to fight it another couple times over the net, and then they're winning once they get back to 50-50 in neutral play. Blue team, they're just a little bit overshooting right now. A lot of their touches going just slightly long or slightly wide, so maybe just some of the amped up nerves of an all-star game. But they can relax right now. There's nothing really to play for but bragging rights and fun here, so just dial it in, and they're not too far off.
As we'll see the Red All-Stars here making their way through, as get an opportunity to come to the service line here. That'll be with Emerson Johnson from Weimar-Lidgewood, again heading to North Dakota State College of Science for collegiate basketball. She holds just about every record you could want as a setter for head coach Tanner Carlson and the Warbirds Club. As the Blue All-Stars will see this here up and over. Molly Bjornaby gets it over that double block. Emerson Johnson set to the outside. There goes over the net by Tozer. Bixby is there. This one will come just across. Let's see Emerson Johnson. Here's a swing by Tozer. Kept alive back right corner on the way there by Foster. Alexa Kaloran down in for the point here for Team Blue.
Something to keep an eye on for the Blue All-Stars this third set is how many times are you able to set up your best players? How many times are you able to get Kaloran and others just at the net? How many times are you getting them the set that they want in the right spot? As that one comes up a little bit short, how many times are you getting them in their preferred spots? It needs to be a little bit more frequently than it's been so far.
Tied at 1. Third service here of the match for the Blue All-Stars. Now the libero will be Holland Fitter here for the red team. Emma Bixby back to be the libero here for the Blue All-Stars. Kaloran on the outside, and once is nice, twice is better. Able to get a kill from both corners here at the net.
Yeah, done a nice job on both sides of the net right there. Doing a fine job locating, and she's got the first 2 points for the blue team.
Emma Bixby heading to the University of Mary for volleyball. Nursing. Also, she's one heck of a pole vaulter, but she could not get up on the pole vault quick enough on that one with Addison Clemene with the kill, and a really good transition game there for the Red All-Stars.
Yeah, turned it around real quick, and Clemene just buried that one down the near side.
Tied at 2, as we'll see this one on the way here for the Red All-Stars with the serve. Someone's going to have to chase it down. Collins tried to, and that's a tough one because she looked at Emma looked back at Madison, and by the time they looked at each other, that half a step Josh just was unable to keep that volleyball in play.
Yeah, and that's something you can see here in an all-star game when you're just trying to build some chemistry with your teammates. You haven't really done that through just an early 2 sets, and showing right there, just trying to get the communication down. They're again, chasing the serve back to their own side.
As we'll see, this tip by Wendell Trader is there. This one comes across for Callings. Double blocked by Wendell. Johnson with the set to the outside. Right-handed swing. Good block by Trader. But how about the play of Bjornaby to set that thing up originally from the serve, and they were tied at 3 apiece.
Yeah, well done. And even Callings is hit right there, keeping Red a little bit off balance and just not letting them be comfortable with the ball on their side.
This is more like the first set where we were tied at 1, 2, and 3 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. We'll see if the Red All-Stars can continue and have a good run, or can the Blue All-Stars make a little run here with Trader. Good little dig there by Fitterer. This one pushed across by Wendell. Nice spot. Oh, what a sprung attempt by Bjornaby. This one set to the outside. Kovash down the line and for the kill. Bella with her 3rd kill of the match. 4-3, and we're seeing that outside really be a big part of this Red team offense, particularly when it's been Kovash, Klamine, or Omen. Kind of those 3 have really feasted there tonight.
Yeah, been impressed with Kovash, Klamine for sure. Kovash has done a nice job picking the right line.
Bixby, well, she ate her Wheaties. That one went nearly from end line to end line on the basketball court. It's a tough one from way back there because you got to get it over, but it's like trying to punch one on from 50 feet with a chipping wedge, and then you just get a little bit too much of it. 5-3. This one to the outside. Chelstrup is there. Wendell set. Here comes Kovash down the line, and she does it again.
It's the same spot pretty much every time with Kovash. She is just living on that back corner on the near side.
And you're seeing the double block, but what's happening is no one's rotating in the back, Josh, to cover the down-the-line shot right there. And able to see Kovash, as you mentioned, once and twice there. You're in set number 3. Service there on the way for the Red All-Stars, now 6-4.
We'll see if Stephanie Oliver has any kind of adjustment for that, especially with Kovash's down-the-line shot, or just that look in general to see if they can get someone rotated to that back line.
Madison Foster on to serve as she does. This one will be tight. Joust going to be won by Trader. Hit over across them by Strokeland. Backset. Here goes Chelstrup. It's the top of the ribbon for the Red All-Stars here. They will backset. Stimson kept alive by Bixby. It hits the basketball post, and then just a tough little Plinko chip that does not find the $10,000. It's now 7-4. That's a tough one, right? You're looking up, and everyone's going one way. It hits the post, and everybody goes, oh, didn't get that.
The price was right on the Red side.
It was. I see where you're going there, Josh. I like it on a Monday. Here's the serve on the way. This one will come into the middle, set by the Blue All-Stars. Trader. Fitterer with a good cover. Here comes Tozer. She's blocked. Fitterer is there to keep it alive. Wendell backsets. Stimson punches it across on the 3rd. Here's a set by Zeltinger to Trader. Back left corner. Down for the point.
That's a good vision right there from Trader, just seeing the vacancy on the back line on that near side and just put it in the right spot.
So you'll see it 7-5 on the way here for the Red All-Stars as Trader back to the service line. And for the Blue All-Stars right now, trying to see if they can cut this deficit to 1. Tozer, this will be tight. Back set up and over by Strokeland. Out of play, now 7-6. At this point in the first set, it was 7-5 as well, then 8-5. In set number 1, it was 7-1 in set 2, that is. Here comes Trader, back left corner. Red All-Stars here with Wendell to the outside. Tozer over the double block. Here goes Chelstrup in the middle, able to get it over by Bjornaby. Wendell with the set middle. Big swing by Strokeland, kept alive here by the Blue All-Stars, and they get it over with Zeltinger. There's a swing. Tozer up and over. Trader is there. Zeltinger with the set to the outside. Bjornaby on the attack. As you'll see the Red All-Stars back set. Stimson right-handed swing over the double in for the point.
You know, despite the point going to the Red right there, I liked the presence at the net of the Blue side as we started to see a little bit more loft as they're trying to account for having to get over that that front row. And then Blado also had a block there, but then just wasn't able to keep it alive later.
Fitterer on to serve. Bjornaby backs at Zeltinger. This one up and over on the double, as you'll see Fitterer again with the back bump. Here goes Tozer on the attack line. Zeltinger, where will she go? Back set. Chelstrup pushes it across on the 3rd. For the Red All-Stars, Wendell to the middle. Right-handed swing and put it down. Addison Klamine with her 6th kill of the evening.
Yeah, that was a really good set right there and just put it right in the sweet spot for Clemene to do what she does best.
9-6 here in set number 3 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. Tipped by Sommerfeld. This one back set on the way. Stimson with the swing and the attempt, and eventually it will be the point. The question is, did it hit the post on Stimson, or was there a post touch on the block? And they're going to say it was on the block attempt, so Stimson gets the point. 10-6, just over the ribbon, and sometime they say the ball don't lie. Ace on the way here for the Red All-Stars, as you'll see this one coming here for Holland Fitterer, and a timeout on the floor. We'll break as well on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Team Red up by 5.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. 11-6 here for the Red All-Stars as they have the lead. And so far we were tied at 1, 2, and 3, but since then it's been opening of the gap here for the Red All-Stars. Josh, up at 6-3, 9-6, now 11-6.
Yeah, they've created some separation with that latest run and forced a timeout from the blue side, and they're doing the same thing that they've done in the first 2 sets that's gotten them out in front. It's just consistent play.
Fitterer on to serve as we'll see the blue All-Stars. Here's a big-time levitation there by Blado. When she went up with it, she had to like swing for a pause for a second, Josh, before she threw it down.
The statue of Blado with the long arm of the law puts it in a good spot right in the middle.
Blado almost looked like the Statue of Liberty there for a second, just put out the torch for a volleyball. That's scary, by the way, if you're in the back row and you see someone like that just start levitating a little bit, as we'll see the Red All-Stars. Toes are on the attack, up and over. Bixby is there. Here comes middle, and this time going to be a block. Good job to get it alive, though, there from Blado. Bjornaby, good swing, better dig in the back by Kovac. Now outside to Tozer with the push, kept alive on the way by Hagerly. Here comes Killorn up and over on the third. Where will the Red All-Stars go? They will go to Stimson. Cheese block kept alive by Kovac. Tozer with the push over on the 3. As you'll see, Foster to the outside. Bjornaby, good spot. Fitterer with the dig. Here's a back set. Stimson going a little line-to-line shot out of play. And one of the longer rallies of the match going to the Blue All-Stars.
Yeah, Foster was doing a nice job in that back row right there, finding the setter, finding the right spot. It was Hagerly as the setter, that she was just getting it to the setter in the spot where they can set up the third hit.
We'll see a swing. This one will be out of play, no touch. After the swing by Clemene, they put up a double block and a couple of points in a row here for the Blue All-Stars, down by 2.
The presence of that front row there, maybe altering Clemene a little bit to her right, and that one forced it out.
Into the back middle. Here comes the Red All-Stars. Push the outside. Tozer up and over that double block just in front of the sprawling attempt by Hagerly. Tozer with the side out here for the Red All-Stars.
Hagerly has been very willing to go down to the floor and lay out for one. It's been exciting to watch her play.
Johnson to the service line. Hagerly and going to Dordt University, going to be playing collegiate volleyball upcoming here in the fall as well. This a really nice serve just across the net, and putting one down is Clemene.
Yeah, you don't have to tell Clemene twice on what to do, and you just get a free one right to the net off the serve, puts it straight down.
Little old school Class B Region 1 volleyball with Johnson from Weimar Lidgerwood and a Sargent County Bulldog there with Bixby. Here comes Killorn. She's blocked. Hagerly keeps it alive. Killorn with another swing. Blocked again. Here's Hagerly to the middle. Blado with the tip. This one gets over. There is going to be an attempt now for Tozer. Gets this one across, and eventually Josh the outside, I think there by Wendell, also by Clemene. A nice 1-2 combination on the block.
I was making the same note. Clemene and Wendell on that far side front row. We're doing a great job as Killorn with 2 grade A opportunities. But the block was very strong despite how strong the hit was.
14-9 now on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Another block, now make it 15-9. A couple of blocks on the outside, and well, we'll see if a tip's coming, but so far, Josh, the 1-2 combination looks like the wall of China out there.
I mean, we've seen it several times where Kaloran, I mean, she's used to on the outside using power. That's her game, but it's been shut down by the red front row, and they've done a nice job. It makes you think as an outside, and when you have to think instead of just hitting it straight down, it makes your job a lot more difficult.
And a nice swing again in the middle so far for Edison Clemene. 6 foot even Bismarck Century product heading to Concordia. Going to be a Cobber upcoming here in the fall. 16-9, Johnson on to serve. Back left corner to Bixby as this one sets middle. Here comes Blado. Oh, look out. Blado with the kill.
That's like when you see a nice jumper in basketball. Someone with the vertical, when they get 2 feet down and they're going up for a slam, it's time to make the business decision and just get out of the way.
Don't want to get posterized, what Josh was saying right there. By the way, when did that become a thing? Michael Jordan? Was it Larry Bird? Michael Johnson? When did posterizing become a thing in the NBA? Here comes Emerson Johnson to the middle. This one just gets it across by Kovac. Quickly across then by Hagerly on the transition to the outside. Tozer! And she got it through both Blado and alongside Kaloran. A Tommy beat a pair of Mustangs. It's 17-10.
Yeah, if you're going to use power through that front row, you got to make sure you split the block. And that's exactly what she did right there. Is able to split it and just barely sneak it through with the power.
Reagan Terrell on the serve. That'll be the 7th service error of the match here for the Red All-Stars. It's 17-11. It was 17-7 when Red got to 17 points. And in the first set, it was also 17-11. Bixby on to serve, back left corner. This will be tight. Johnson gets it over. Eventually here we'll go to the outside. Collins with a big swing. Kept alive on the way here from Fitter. Here's a swing and a drive, if you want to call it. I'm thinking baseball a little bit, as it just sounds like a home run off the hand of Bella Kovac. She's got 5 kills.
Yeah, that was loud right there, and I see why you were trying to break out the go. She's gone yard as we got a timeout. 18-11 with Red on top.
Here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neillsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
As we get to an in-game update brought to you in part by Bank North, they've been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping customers and communities build, grow, and prosper. See what values-based banking can do for you at banknorth.bank. That's banknorth.bank. Tied at 1, tied at 2, tied at 3, and since then, it's been the red team that has had the advantage here at 3 apiece. They have not trailed outside of being down 1-0 and 2-1 here in this third set. In-game update again brought to you in part by Bank North. Service on the way. Bjornaby is there. It hits the bottom of the backboard. Nice job by Collins. Trader puts it across. Trader then with the pushback left down for the points.
That was beautiful right there, especially Collins keeping that one alive after it hit the bottom, like the foam part of the stanchion for the basketball hoop. Really nice adjustment from Collins to extend that point, and they eventually win it to turn the lead to 6.
Presley Zeltinger onto the service line here for the East All-Stars. For the Blue All-Stars. I'm thinking East a little bit here at the end of the day. She'll be on the West, though, from Kenmare Bobos as this one comes to the middle. Set to the outside. Down the line, was there a touch? There was not on the attempt on the way there by Kovac. It's now 18-13.
That's a rare miss down the line from Kovac, and really a rare miss from the Red All-Stars tonight. They've been really dialed in down the lines.
Service. Johnson set. Here's a swing by Stroklin and down for the kill. So you got a honker on one side and Presley Zeltinger and a Kenmare Bobo honker on the opposite side. It's now 19-13. As service here for the red team will be Isabel Wendell. Even if the red team does earn a sweep, make sure you stay tuned with us as we'll have set number 4 with the All-Star Series, 4 sets regardless. And then stay tuned to our post-game show, our player of the match, that and Morris Trader with the kill. There's just some players that you're just impressed by no matter who you see, and I think obviously Omen and Clemene, obviously for the Red All-Stars, Josh, and they've got a handful. But every time Trader goes up, I just go, is she going to hit it in front of the 10-foot line or not? That's how much she can get up.
Yeah, it was almost like it was almost kind of like a quick pitch, where she hung up there for a bit, but she didn't use the arm motion until the very last second, and it was very quick, very precise, right to the spot.
Give a lot of credit to Holland Fitterer. She got there, just couldn't get the ball up enough off the dig attempt. So a couple of kills in a row here for Trader, and the Blue All-Stars are back within 4. Service for Foster. As this one will come to the middle. Red All-Stars will go outside. This one over the double, in for the kill by Stimson. Stimson getting the kill number 5. It's 20-15. Service here for Bella Kovash from Dickinson Trinity. For the Red All-Stars, they're 5 up and 5 points away from taking set number 3. Zeltinger set, Trader tipped, trying to get that one across. Seen that double come from both Tozer and also with her with Strokeland there. Now it's 21-15.
Yeah, when you see that double, like I said earlier, it makes you think a little bit, and Tozer, she thought right, she thought with the tip, and it just came up a little bit short.
Blue All-Stars, back set, here's a swing. This one will be dug out, kept alive there by Wendell. Tozer on the double attempt, now to Bixby. Zeltinger, outside swing by Bjornaby, down the line for the kill. Molly Bjornaby with her 3rd kill of the match.
Yeah, the Grafton Spoiler has done a nice job here tonight. Bjornaby has done a nice job keeping some plays alive, but also finishing off right there.
Service on the way, as we'll see this here for Trader. As Trader from South Prairie Max. The Royals stand up. Awfully good basketball program as well the last couple of seasons in Division A. Back set, this one over the double block. Here's a swing. Here comes Blado through the attempt by Strokeland at the net. Now goes Tozer, just going to give it enough. 21-17.
Now those are a couple big points there for the blue team. Keeps you within striking distance. If you give both of those up, it's looking pretty dire. But back within 4 and on a serving roll here with Trader.
Service, as Trader mentioned. This one will go to the outside. Tozer tight, can't get it across. 21-18, and might we see the first time out by the Red All-Stars with Coach Jamie Zastapul and Rich Olson, or will they let one more point make their way through? And they're going to let this team play through one more point. If it gets a 2, we might see a timeout. Trader on to serve. Fitterer with a good pass. This one goes to the outside. Tozer over the double block. Trader keeps it going. Zeltinger with the set. This one at the 10-foot line gets over by Bjornaby. Red All-Stars back set. Here comes Stimson. Cross court. Good dig on the way there by Zeltinger. Now with Chelstrup able to push it over on the 3rd. Red All-Stars coming middle. Strokeland up and over. Kept alive. Now to the middle. Blado readjusts. Pushes it across on the 3rd. Fitterer back set. Here comes Tozer. A hard aggressive push. Trader with the cover. Blue All-Stars set to Bjornaby just across the net. And Tozer's pass unable to find a teammate. And Coach Zastapul wants a timeout. We'll break with them. 21-19 here in set number 3.
Get ready, Ada! Big Blown Monster Trucks will invade Norman County Fair with one big show. June 20th, Monster Trucks and more. Plus all new family affordable prices while they last. VIP tickets include a pit party pass and the best seat. Get tickets online at legendsofmonstertrucks.com or get them late at the gate. Your Monster Truck ticket is your free entrance into the fair. Get your tickets now. One big show, June 20th, to see the legends of the monster truck world at the Norman County Fair. It's gonna get wild.
Back here on YourLiveEvent.com as we take a look at the Blue All-Stars. Down by 2 here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. 21-19 on the red team. They've been knocking at the door 11-9. That's been the closest since then, as it's been kind of team red up by 7, 5, 4 points respectively, Josh. But the Blue All-Stars right now with Trader serving, getting some points across.
Yeah, Blue All-Stars not going away right now, and they're not overplaying anymore. They're not making the mistakes they did hitting it out a little bit long, so it's been a nice change up here.
Dug out by Kovash. Here's a set. Tozer tight at the net, unable to get it over. 21-20.
It's really the first time we've seen the red team on the defensive side on service return. Trader's done a nice job keeping them on their toes.
On their heels a little bit indeed. Kovash will come to the middle, set to the outside. Tozer, right-handed swing just across. This one going to be set. Trader back row attack, unable to get it over. It would have been the first tie since 3. Instead, the Red All-Stars are 3 points away now from taking this volleyball match.
Yeah. Blue All-Stars also just doing a nice job getting to their spots that they like to be in a little bit more frequently. That's why we see a little bit of a run from them.
Chelstrup with the over on the third for the Red All-Stars. Tozer with another swing, back right corner. Great dig and attempt there by Foster. Bixby off her back heel, Bjornaby. Kovac will come here to Wendell. Back set to Stimson. Cross court, Chelstrup is there. Bixby with the bump, tied at the net by Bjornaby with the punch over on the third. Stimson gives this one. Tozer with a high tip down, kept alive on the pancake by Bixby. But then it ricochets off of Blado and Zeltinger. Now it's 23-20.
Yeah, how many times have we seen Bjornaby just extending and getting to one that you don't think can be gotten to? The Reds team still comes up with that point. Sorry.
Service, as we'll see this one, Zeltinger. Blado, was there a touch? There was not. Ball will go out of play, and we'll get to the set point. Again, we're playing 4 regardless if it's a sweep or not, as the Red All-Stars are looking to get up 3-0 here in this volleyball match. Service outside. Bjornaby pushes this one down the line. Red All-Stars see this one. Here comes Tozer up and over on the third. The Blue All-Stars back set on the way. Chelstrup with the swing. Stimson keeps alive. Fitterer with the back bump. Tozer right-handed swing. Kept alive there by Foster for the Blue All-Stars. Bjornaby gets this one over on the third for the Red All-Stars. Tozer gets this one. Now to Bixby. Blue All-Stars with a swing across there by Blado on a free ball. Back set, Stimson blocked at the net. Chelstrup, and eventually Stimson will take the point. Set number 3 goes to the red team, 25-20. We're going to play 4 again as we make our way on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard as we get to our set recap coming up around the corner. Brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. That is next.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Let's face it, moving is a pain. And if you decide to do it yourself, take the hassle out with All About Moving in Grand Forks. While national conglomerates tend to overcharge and take longer, All About Moving is locally owned and wants to make your next move an efficient and stress-free experience. Take the stress out of moving with All About Moving in Grand Forks, so you can focus on the things that really matter.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
As we get to our set recap here on YourLiveEvent.com, brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Taking a look at the third set again, kind of a tandem combination where the Red All-Stars saw the Blue All-Stars get close a couple of times at 21-19, at 21-20, but they kept their composure and able to eventually take the final 4 points of that set and win it 25-20 as the Red has won the first set 25-15, won set number 2 25-10, and they've taken the third set 25-20 as well. One player over 5 kills on the Blue All-Stars, that's Trader with 6. While on the Red All-Stars, you have 8 on the way for Caitlin Ullman, 7 for Clemene, and 6 by Stimson. I think that's the biggest thing, Josh, as you were alluding to earlier, just not as many hitting errors and also those 50-50 balls going to the Red All-Stars a little bit much, where we've seen them take a 3-0 lead, and they look to earn the sweep here tonight in 4 sets over the Blue All-Stars.
Yeah, the teams are getting a fairly equal amount of opportunities at the net right now, but blue team is just not able to finish all of them because the Reds doing a nice job defensively, keeping plays alive and letting Clemene, Ullman, Stimson go to work on the outside.
Set recap brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Go to the man that wants a shot at your business at djcoulter.com. Chase Miller, Josh Boyko, and alongside with Seeley Stockmo, our 3-on-3 team here. In volleyball and co-ed, 2-on-2 was a workout. 4-on-4 was fun. 6-on-6 was okay. That's how I kind of equated it to tell people. Like 2-on-2, that was too much running. I mean, you couldn't tip the ball, on purpose, so that was a nice thing, Josh. But let's just put it this way. I was wore out after a Tuesday night at good old Nemzik Hall at Moorhead State. Service on the way for the Blue All-Stars with Hagerly. This one coming to the back as we'll see this to the middle. A block by the Blue All-Stars. Haven't said that too many times of the swing by Clemene. And the Blue All-Stars have taken a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, nice job in the middle there from Trader and Blado doing work together, sending that one back to sender.
Able to have that point here for the Blue All-Stars. See if this can propel them into tomorrow's match, also with Mandan, as they take a 2-0 lead with an ace.
Hey, you're just trying to rescue this one set here tonight and build on it. They looked best in set number 3, so they're getting a little bit of momentum rolling here, just trying to spin that into something for tomorrow, what they can work with.
Service outside Stimson. This one on the double, as you'll see Hagerly to the outside. This one eventually will get over on the third for Team Red at Clemene. This will miss, and it's now 3-0. Going back to the coaches here, you got Coach Schwartzrock for South Prairie Mac. She will now be in Billings going forward as a teacher. Stephanie Oliver from Fargo Davies also works with the Fargo Force in terms of training with her husband. We'll get to the Red All-Stars here in a moment. Clemene to the outside. This one dug in the back by Sommerfeld. Eventually a point will come down. It's now 3-1. Going at the Red All-Stars, Coach Jamie Zastapol and Rich Olson combined have 19 state championships between the two, with Zastapol having 10 from Century and Coach Olson having 9. Oh, by the way, they won both respective Class A and B championships this fall at the Fargo Dome, as this will get over. Blado was there. Hagerly to the outside, unable to get over there with Foster, as now 3-2. But Josh, it's always really good to talk with the coaches, but particularly with Coach Zastapol and Olson. Again, they have forgotten more volleyball than we know.
Yeah, we're just trying to pretend like we know what we're doing up here, and that's a couple of coaching legends down there. Like you said, both getting state titles, 19 combined. It's unbelievable.
This one able to have the power tip by Caitlin Ullman. She's at kill number 9, and we're tied at 3, so 3 straight points for the Blue All-Stars, 3 straight points for the Blue All-Stars, and it's our first tie here of set number 4. Short. Blue All-Stars with Trader gets it across on the third. Terrell there with a nice pass. Back set to Stimson. This one kept alive by Sommerfeld, as we'll see it now for Trader with the push over on hit number 3. Coming to the middle, big swing, great dig by Sommerfeld, as you'll see this over, and eventually a point. Blado earns the kill. She's at number 5 on the evening, 4-3 for the Blue. Coming on the front row will be Molly Bjornaby here for the Blue All-Stars, sending to Valley City State University for collegiate volleyball. Red All-Stars to the outside, right-handed swing, able to get it across as Sommerfeld after the attempt there by Ullman. Ullman will have another swing, this one blocked all the way back. Collins keeps it alive, and then either Hagerly or Trader gets it over on the second. Ullman, the third time, is the charm. Tied at 4 apiece.
I believe that was Sommerfeld as the libero back there, really trying to hang in there and got a decent piece of that one, but just unable to keep it in play.
4 up in set number 4. 4s are wild here from the Bruin Den. Service. This will go back to Bjornaby and eventually Blado over on number 3 for the Red All-Stars. They will see this by Strokeling, kept alive by Sommerfeld, and now Bjornaby at the attack line. Red All-Stars will see this back set. Stimson able to get this one over the block. Great sprawl attempt by Collins. Here's Bjornaby trying to slam one down. Red All-Stars outside. A swing. Blocked. Joust. 1. Trader in for the point.
Yeah, we're seeing some really good net battles right now. the joust right there, won by Trader, and just some good presence at the nets. No one's getting just easy hits through the front row. There's always an answer there, it seems like, from both sides.
2025 Optimist Volleyball Series here, the final one of 2 classes in North Dakota as we head to 3 divisions in the fall for volleyball. Nice tip, able to read that was Caitlin, and Ullman with her match-leading 11th kill.
I believe she's one of the first, if not the only, in double digits right now.
She's the only one in double digits as Emerson Johnson comes on to serve, and Jordan Tozer will head to the front row here for the Red All-Stars. Tied at 5 here in set number 4, and we'll see the Blue All-Stars regain the lead here at 6-5. As you'll see coming on here for the Blue All-Stars, Alexa Kaloran alongside with Presley Zeltinger. 6-5, the advantage right now. The Blue All-Stars haven't played out in front too much here tonight. Swing by Strokeland. Sommerfeld. Now Bjornaby blocked by Tozer, or does it get over and it's going to be 4? They're going to say it did not get over, so it's 4 and we're tied again. 4 ties here in set number 4. As now you'll see Caitlin Ullman onto the service line. Ullman with the serve, back right corner for the Blue All-Stars. They will back set on the way. This one tipped, just can't get it across the net there. I like the idea of Bjornaby, though, Josh, just couldn't get it right over that ribbon.
Yeah, I was going to say the exact same thing. Right idea. If she gets that one over, I'm pretty sure it was dropping.
Service here for Team Red. This will come back left corner. Bjornaby's there. Zeltinger with the set. Kaloran on the outside. Big swing. A drive and a kill. Tied at 7.
When in doubt, get it to Kaloran. And she was a little bit beyond the she was in the back right there. Didn't have to go through that front row. They cleared it up for her, and she deposits that one to the ground.
Tied at 7 apiece, as this one will be back right corner. Emerson Johnson to Tozer in the middle, back right, as that's going to be for the blue team there with Ebel to keep it alive. Collings over on the third. Johnson set outside. Here goes on the attempt there by Kovash. Blue All-Stars back set. Kaloran unable to get it across the net. Now it's 8-7 in favor of the red. Service will be for the libero now with Reagan Terrell from Minot, heading to Wisconsin for genetics and genomics on the way. 2 things I would flunk at. As this one gets tipped over by Kaloran, back right corner, tight at the net. Oh, what a really nice job by Chelstrup. A better dig, though, and kept alive by Tozer. Tight to the middle, another block by Chelstrup. A push over on the third, back left corner. Where did the blue team go? They'll go to Chelstrup. Why not over the double? Johnson keeps it alive. Set to the middle, up and over on the third. Chelstrup quickly back in the transition. Johnson is there. Here comes Tozer with the tip. Side hit. This will come to the middle, now to the outside of Kaloran. Emerson Johnson. Swing to the outside, and eventually the point comes down by Bella Kovash.
Unreal effort from Tozer on that one. 2 in a row where she keeps it up. Man, did not think that Red had any chance to stay in on that point, but that's been the story of why they've been ahead for the majority of this match.
9-7 here for the Red All-Stars. Service here, that'll be their 9th of the match compared to the Blue All-Stars 3. As we see it now, 9-8.
Sommerfeld tracked that one all the way to the back line right there. She called it early, but had to just make sure.
As you'll see the aforementioned libero to the service line here for Sommerfeld, heading to Concordia. Collegiate tennis player up coming here in the fall. Emerson Johnson to the outside, right-handed swing. Sommerfeld with the dig as he'll come middle to Trader with the tip. Just can't get it across. It's going to be the definition, I think, Josh, of the match. Those little 50-50, those at the nets, they just can't roll over for the Blue All-Stars so far here on this Monday night.
Well, good thing this is a 2-night event right here, and we'll be in Mandan for night 2. And sometimes that's just how it goes. Very often in these All-Star Series, we see just one day is just a completely different looking contest than the other, and maybe those roles are going for blue in Mandan.
Zeltinger will back set to Kaloran, who earns the kill. That'll be her 5th. Give the assist on the way to Presley. It's 10-9, and a reminder for fans out on the western side in central part of the state. Come on out, as Josh said, to the new digs of Mandan High. as it'll be 7 o'clock for the opening serve. If you can make it, 6:30 is our pregame show. 7 o'clock is the scheduled opening serve tomorrow night for day number 2 here of the Optimist Volleyball Series. Stimson over on the third, as we'll see it here for Blado. She gets it back across the net. Where do the Red All-Stars go? They will come middle. Clemene with the tip over. Hagerly gives this one to Collins just across. Back set, Stimson sees this back on the Red All-Stars side as they will have an attempt by Kovac through the double. Blado pushes it over. Here's a attempt by Byron as we're going to be a block after the swing by Clemene. Byron then pushes it over. Tight at the net. Collins back left corner kept alive by Omen. For the Red All-Stars, we'll see this one pushed over by the libero by Terrell. Back set by Sommerfeld. Here's a right-handed swing for Collins, and the point goes to the Blue All-Stars.
Nice to see one go there for Collins, as she's had a number of hits that she's kept really low that have just been excellently dug out. And if you're not in this all-star game, those aren't getting saved. But she gets that one through, powers it down.
An all WDA selection studying criminal justice at UNB coming up here in the fall for Collins. This one coming middle. Trader with the push, back right corner. Terrell is there. Set to the outside. Kovac with a swing. Great sprawn attempt in the back by Olivia Ebel. Now comes Trader. Oh, what a block! And the block goes to Clemene. It's a lot of power on either side of the net on the block and the swing, Josh, and Clemene wins the battle.
Yeah, I mean, what's so fun about this Optimist Volleyball Series is a lot of these plays, if this is not an all-star game, you're not getting that block, you're not getting that dig on the other side, and it just makes for super fun volleyball.
Trader just misses the end line. It's now 12-10. Still to come on our post-game show after we're done with this fourth set. We'll take a look at the final stats in this game. We'll hear from a particular member of the winning team. That and more still to come, and get to our play of the match. Here's a swing. Trader, this one. Look out, Sealy Stockmo. That one almost came into your living room. Another foot up. I think we would have had trouble with our camera person. 12-11. Those are dangerous when it comes to softball in the press box. I don't know how it is with volleyball. That's a little bit bigger of a surface area to try to protect, as we'll see the serve across the way. This one will be tight. Left-handed punch, block, and we're tied at 12 apiece.
I was going to say, at state baseball at Newman Outdoor Field, I don't even think I got that close to catching a ball there.
Tied at 12 apiece here. Service for Collins will continue. There is Byron to keep alive, pushed over. For the Blue All-Stars, they'll see it here. Blado across. Was there a tip? They're asking for a tip and a deflection. I think they're going to call for it here. They will give the tip to Blado. From the naked eye, I thought there was a little bit of a deflection there, and Blado does get the kill.
Yeah, Jeremy Ludio gets the tip call on this near side, the official there. Ludio signals for the tip, and it gives a lead to the blue side.
Studio, sorry, Josh. Phil Collins reference. Had to get that in there with the official here. Is that one will be a side out, tied at 13 apiece. 8th tie here of set number 4. We had 3 in the first set, 0 in the second set, and 3 in set number 3. Service into the net. There by Clemene. 14-13 for the blue. As Terrell will come back on. Also coming back on now for the Blue All-Stars will be Chelstrup. Whitney Jangala, the head coach, a first-team All-State selection. Just said in her interview, want to see some mountains, so I'm heading to Colorado State. Can't blame you. Here's a swing. Oh, Collins to over across the way to Bjornaby. Well, we just see some heavy swings by Ullman and Clemene, particularly here for the Red All-Stars.
Yeah, Ullman and Clemene have done a fantastic job getting through blocks, and it's been really what set the tone for the red team.
Emerson Johnson to the service line here. From Weimar Lidgerwood, head coach Tanner Carlson to the service line here into the middle. As the Blue All-Stars, back row attempt by Collins. Johnson with the set to the outside, through and down for the point. Caitlin Ullman now with 12 kills.
This is the set that we've been looking for right here, where the red side hasn't really pulled away. We've seen a couple of different lead changes, and this is more what you'd expect, and I think we'll see in Mandan.
Service here for Emerson Johnson continues as the Red All-Stars lead it by 1 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard in set number 4. Service for Bjornaby, gets this one across on the double. Now an attempt on the way up and over. Another swing here by Blado hits the post. It's now a 16-14 advantage here for the Red All-Stars. A reminder, we will play 4 sets tomorrow night as well, regardless of the first 3 sets in Mandan. So that's just not a first night thing. That is, if you're coming out to the series tomorrow, you can also, at least get 4 sets in Mandan. Hagerly with the back set. This one will come to Gelstrup. Here's an attempt now by Tozer over on the third. A really good spot. The transition game right there was executed well by the Red All-Stars.
Yeah, nice touch, nice tip into no man's land in that front far side.
17-14 Red on yourliveevent.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
As we come back here, take a look at the fan cam today, brought to you in part by Bank North with an in-game update. A 3-point lead here for the Red All-Stars. Nice crowd in attendance here at the Fargo South Bruin Den. 17-14. We've had 9 ties so far here in set number 4. The first 3 sets went to the Red All-Stars 25-15, 25-10, and 25-20. In a volleyball match that started back at 7:07 earlier tonight as we're just past the bottom of the hour here at 8 o'clock. Chase Miller, Josh Boyko, Sealy Stockmall with you. Here's Emerson Johnson onto the service line. Hagerly with the set. This one coming through the hammer by Blado.
Wow. No words necessary, no recap necessary on that play. Just wow.
Just wow. And part of the reason why you saw West Fargo Cheyenne the last couple of years with head coach Leah Newton just have a really good club. They weren't expecting to go back-to-back. They thought it would be more of a rebuilding season when they won it 2 years ago. Blado and Kaloran were part of a nice 1-2 combination. Jordan Tozer earns the kill on the Red All-Stars. It makes it now 18-15, and then losing to Century in the state championship. But West Fargo Cheyenne, a team from Leah Newton that kind of has that feeling of what Jamie Zastapol. You don't bring out the pencil, you bring out the pen and say they're going to be at the state tournament come November. 18-15 service here for the Red All-Stars as they will have Ullman to the service line. Nice serve, better dig by Sommerfeld. The free ball trying to get it across by Kaloran. Unable to do so. And the Red All-Stars starting to separate a little bit here, up by 4.
Just going to say that this is the separation that one of the teams has been looking for. I believe it was near tied at 15, and now a nice run from the Red has gotten them some separation.
19-15, the Red All-Stars unable to get this one over the net. Now 19-16. I kind of felt like you're chipping from 80 yards out. You don't want to hit it too far because the pin's in the front, so then you just give it about a 40-yard swing, and you still got 40 yards to work with. As this one gets across, Tozer to Johnson, back set. Tozer quickly, oh, what a play! A Warbird and a Tommy with the connection, 20-16.
Wow, Tozer with the highlight reel right there, and then also Chase pretending I know what golf means.
Have you mini golf before, or putt-putt or crazy golf? I'm not sure what you like to call it.
Thunder Road.
Okay, well, that's close enough. 20-16 on the way, as this will be a cross. Chance, right-handed swing by Collins, hits the ribbon. Taro with the back set. Kovac here with the attack, kept alive in the back corner on the way there by Foster. Here's a swing by Kaloran, dug out the Red All-Stars. Tozer sets it up right to a blue All-Star Chelstrip. Johnson is there, and then Collins can't get it over. 21-16. Yeah, I've always been a fan of mini putt, or mini golf, excuse me. I've heard of putt-putt and crazy golf. That just doesn't sound right, but everyone's got their own way of saying things. As Zeltinger goes to the outside, tipped across by the left hand there for Collins. Red All-Stars with a free ball over on the third. Can the Blue All-Stars use it? Back set. Here's Kaloran. Yes, for the kill.
Yeah, needed that one right there. If you're the Blue All-Stars, Kaloran goes cross court for the kill.
Alexa Kaloran from West Fargo Cheyenne heading down to Nebraska upcoming here in the fall. I'll be studying accounting and business, the EDC and senior Class A Athlete of the Year. Service Sommerfeld. Back left corner, Terrell is there. Johnson set. Kovac can't get it through the block this time. Terrell able to help it out. Kovash with another swing. Sommerfeld, as you'll see the Blue All-Stars here to the outside. This will be tight. Nice block. Blue All-Stars will come with this one. Kaloran joust. Here goes Tozer. Perfect spot. Kovash somehow with the one hand able to keep that one alive on Kaloran, and then Tozer just hits it over for the point.
Yeah, miscommunication on the backside for the Blue All-Stars, letting that one drop. But yeah, Kovash with some second and third efforts on that point.
As you'll see the Red All-Stars here with Emerson Byron to the service line, 22-17. Byron with the serve back to the middle. This one coming for the Blue All-Stars to Trader with the tip and down for the kill. Trader with her 8th kill to lead the Blue All-Stars as they're trailing it by 4.
Yeah, nice read there from Trader. They're preparing for the power with the double block up front, and the back row is kind of just digging in, ready to take on what's coming, but then she gets the tip in front of the back row.
Hagerly onto the service line here as she'll handle this one into the middle. And the Red All-Stars get it over with the left hand of Clemene, and this will be in for the points. They do it again. It's a 3-point advantage here in set number 4. Trader earns that one back left corner. Service will continue here for Hagerly. Hagerly on the serve to Kovash. Red All-Stars will go into the middle. This will be hammered down by Clemene.
That's a tough angle right there. Clemene just kind of having to contort the body a little bit to get around on the ball, but she does nicely and deposits another point.
Fitterer on to serve, heading to Concordia to play volleyball as well with her fellow teammate in Clemene here from Bismarck Century. 23-19, the Cobbers out of the Mayak. And there's going to be a night game at Jake Christensen Stadium. They got lights over there now for college football. So Coach Terry here and the Cobbers going to play a night football game upcoming here in Moorhead this fall. This one gets through. Emerson Byron set outside. Big swing, and the outside, and the outside again. We'll have a 24-19 set point opportunity here on the swing from Caitlin Ullman. As Fitterer to the service line, back left corner. Collins is there. Hagerly with the set. Collins with the pushback. Right, good spot for the points.
Wow, beautiful touch.
Well, can the Blue All-Stars make a valiant comeback here? Down by 4, and they'll head to the service line. The Wilson Coyote here in Collins. As Trader Blado will play up front with Bjornaby. Service on the way into the middle. Fitterer with a nice pass as they back set. Right-handed swing down in for the kill. They'll put the exclamation point on this volleyball match with Clemene.
I think they changed the call.
I'm going to say jump. So not enough to officially, whether it's from the head official or from the side judge, to know if it was truthfully in or not. And no, we don't have replay here on the Optimist Volleyball Series, 24-20. Set outside. Well, the ball don't lie regardless. Ullman will get the kill, her 14th, and that'll do it here in set number 4 as the Red All-Stars win the 3rd and 4th set in consecutive order here at 24-20. Back with our post-game show around the corner after this.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
As we come back here on our post-game show, the Red All-Stars take the win by a final here of 25-20 as well, as we continue on yourliveevent.com. Here as we get to our post-game show, as we continue here as the Red All-Stars again pick up the win 4-0 on this one with the sweep, and we'll go through it one more time where the final numbers here as well. as it was 25-15, 25-10, 25-20, and 25-20 as well in a volleyball match that goes 1 hour and 24 minutes here today for the Red All-Stars. By our numbers, Caitlin Ullman with 14 kills in this one. Addison Clemene had 8. Ella Stimpson was able to get 6 here alongside with Bella Kovash for the Red All-Stars. For the Blue All-Stars, led by Trader with 9 kills, 7 for Blado, and 6 by Alexa Clorin here in this one. We come back, we'll hear from one of our players of the match. That's around the corner. That is next.
The Outlaws are coming back. The World of Outlaws Late Model Series is coming back to Ada, the Norman County Raceway. Saturday, June 28th, the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series will have 2 shows at Red River Valley Speedway Saturday, May 31st and August 23rd. For tickets and more information, visit ncraceway.com, redrivervalleyspeedway.com, or follow on Facebook.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
As we come back here with one of our players of the game, again, this interview brought to you in part by our friends at the Hillsboro EDC. Again, for more, go to exit 104. With us now is Caitlin Ullman here. Caitlin, for you, just to come into this one, as we said, we had you down for 14 kills. Just what was something that really worked for the Red All-Stars? I know it's kind of quickly put together. You get a couple of days to bond and kind of figure out who your teammates are and everything else. But what really worked for the Red All-Stars here in this one?
I think we have very good team chemistry. We all, get along really well, which is super helpful on the court, just to understand who's going to get what ball, and just really I feel like we gel really well together. So it was really fun to see in the last 2 days.
What's it like playing with a couple Century Patriots for the first time in high school instead of having to go up against them?
It's fun. It's really fun to get to know the girls from the other teams that I've played my whole life, just because I obviously know of them, haven't known them super well. So it's really fun to get to know them more and play with them and have them on your side of the net versus the other.
What was it to have your fellow teammates here from Shanley as well representing, to have you and Ella be a support? What's that community support like, from Fargo Shanley?
I think it shows how much of a community Fargo Shanley volleyball is. They really showed out tonight, which was really fun to see. It's really good for them. It was awesome for them to come and support us, so it was fun.
From tomorrow's perspective, you still got another 24 hours. What's the one thing fans can expect tomorrow out of Mandan, and why should they come out and check out the new digs, but also check out the volleyball series tomorrow coming out here in Mandan?
Tomorrow's going to be an even better game. Both teams now have kind of gotten the hang of it, so it's up from here. So both teams will probably play better tomorrow, work on some of the things that they could do better, and tomorrow.
How about the front row battle, with Trader, with Calorin, with Blado? Obviously, you know a couple of them going across the net as West Fargo Cheyenne. But what was that combination play like? Where we were talking about here, it sounded like you were hitting a volleyball or a baseball sometimes, how hard the swings were, and kind of that ricochet. What was the battle at the net like for you here tonight?
It's super fun to see the difference between Class A and Class B. Very different types of play, but obviously both work very well. So it's obviously, they run a fast offense, the blue team, so it's just really about getting set, getting stopped, staying calm, and not frantically moving to the ball, and just being able to just okay, I got it, and just stick your arms out and dig.
Final thing for me, Caitlin, just to see this support, what have you seen from high school volleyball for yourself, and just kind of what does it mean, one more ride, so to speak, representing Fargo Shanley here tonight at Fargo South?
Obviously, I haven't played since November, so it's been really fun to get back into the gym and start playing with everyone. It's been super nice to have Ella on my team as well. So, yeah, it's just really fun. Kind of one last, give it all I got. So, yeah.
We'll see if you can, with your degree, build another win tomorrow, potentially, with some architecture in Mandan. Thanks so much for your time, and best of luck moving forward.
Yes, thank you so much.
Again, join us here with 14 kills in this one. We had her down for Caitlin Ullman, part of this interview, brought to you in part by the Hillsboro EDC. We're back with more after this.
Hey there.
I'm here to personally invite you
to join First Community Credit Union. I know what you're thinking.
Oh no, not another financial.
Aren't they all the same? No, not really. We're a credit union.
When you join FCCU, you become part owner.
All the money we make, cha-ching, gets reinvested back to you, our members.
Which goes back to you in the form of
Great rates.
and less fees.
So come see why.
Life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Those interviews again brought to you in part by the Hillsborough EDC, and to hear from all 24 players in our player profile, simply go to our YouTube page, hit subscribe, search Optimist Volleyball Series on our videos, and you can hear from all 24 athletes talking about their favorite volleyball memories, is there any superstitions, where they're headed off to college, that and more. As we go from there, and we continue on our post-game show here today, brought to you in part by the Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. Let's first get to our game recap here with Josh Boyko again. 14 kills for Caitlin Ullman. The Red All-Stars were able to have 6 aces in this match, 2 for the Blue All-Stars. What was the one thing, or maybe one or two players, Josh, that just kind of impressed you most as you get ready for tomorrow's match in Mandan starting at 7 o'clock?
Yeah, for the red team, I would say it was kind of the three-headed trio of Klabine, Kovash, and Oman that were really doing work at the net here tonight. But you also got to give credit to the setters that were getting it to them, whether it was Emerson Byron, Emerson Johnson, Isabel Wendell, just putting them in the right spots to be able to succeed, and they just took it from there, basically. The red team was able to create separation early in each set and just kind of pull away. We did get a couple of more competitive sets in sets 3 and 4, 4 being the closest of them, and you were able to see the blue team's talent shine through a little bit there. They clearly got the talent with a couple of senior athletes of the year on that side. You saw Trader kind of get some momentum going for the blue team, and you saw others like Hegerly had some nice moments as the setter, Blado, Bjornaby, just doing a nice job to keep them in there for the last couple sets. But ultimately, the red team came out in dominant fashion and really just did not make a whole lot of mistakes here. They didn't look rusty. They looked like they were playing with a lot of good team chemistry.
This is our post-game show brought to you in part by the Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway here today in this one as we continue with our player of the game brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That again is Enbridge.com. As much as I think you can give it to Caitlin Ullman, I think there's a couple of players that also deserve a 1A with Addison Clemene and Ella Stimpson as well, Josh. Those three really got things going early, I think, for the Red All-Stars, and then the Jordan Tozers, the Reagan Terrells, the Strokelands of the world, Bella Kovashes all did what they needed to do, but Clemene alongside with Caitlin Ullman and with Ella Stimpson, I think those three kind of were the three-headed amigos, so to speak, here tonight for the Red All-Stars.
You couldn't have said it any better. They got them off to the right start, and that's what propelled them out there, and there's not much more to say about it. They had some balanced performances along there as well, but Clemene, Kovash, Ullman, and then mixing Stimpson there, I think, were the dominant ones on the red side.
They are players of the game brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. From there to our connection of the game brought to you in part by Halstead Telephone Company. I think there was a couple by Blado and Trader that were absolutely hammered that had indentations, Josh, a couple of times. One time was with Trader, another with Blado when she kind of levitated. Jordan Tozer could say, hey, what about me? They had a nice one with Emerson Johnson to Tozer on a quick transition, but I think a couple of swings by Blado and Trader tonight was kind of the connection of the match.
Yeah, when Trader goes all the way up and detonates like that, the ball has to be crying after that.
And that's our connection of the match brought to you in part by Halstead Telephone Company. Discover local reliability you can trust at Halstead Telephone. It's how to connect at halsteadtel.com. From there, our final is our Agassiz Precision Egg Play of the Contest. I like to play a Bixby. I like to play also of a libero in Sommerfeld. A nice couple of plays by Fitterer and Reagan Terrell. Sometimes you mentioned the setters, also liberos sometimes don't get enough credit, Josh. But there's some swings out there that, whether there are double blocks, single or none, if you're a libero, you better be ready because you're going to be a vacuum, hopefully, in that back row. And those four were slipping and sliding similar to Hagerly. We saw her put her on the line a couple of times here tonight.
Yeah, you got the best of the best on the front lines right here for both sides. So all I gotta say is be ready for the back row. They gotta dig in, do their work, and we saw some really nice digs, really nice plays, just keeping things going that really had no business to be going after that.
That, again, there's some of our plays of the game, kind of that libero spot, keeping the volley going with some really nice digs, brought to you in part by Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. For more of Agassi Precision Ag in Hillsboro, go to planterdoc.com. That, again, is planterdoc.com. We'll put a bow on this one next, brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. That's around the corner here on your LiveEvent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
I had been a stay-at-home mom for probably about 7 or 8 years, and so I was looking for what that next step in my life was going to be. I've been a reading core tutor for 4 years now. It's really been one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. I've just seen so many kids come in that really lacked confidence. Just to see that transformation into confident readers where they know that their skills have improved and that they can do this, that's really awesome. My name is Jackie Knodel, and I'm a reading core tutor.
Final segment on our Norman County Raceway and Red River Valley Speedway postgame show. You can listen to Racing on the Radio, Josh, coming up Thursday and Friday nights as well. And also, fingers crossed, Mother Nature is good because it hasn't been so great for some races Thursday and Friday nights, but also World of Outlaws coming back into town in West Fargo with Donnie Schatz in August, and about 10 days from now you'll get to the late models coming for the World of Outlaws to Norman County Raceway on June the 28th.
Yeah, a lot of fun stuff to look forward to at both of these tracks, and like you said, hopefully Mother Nature cooperates a little bit. There's a big storm coming through Fargo last night into this morning, so hopefully track is nice and dry so we can have some fun racing going on.
Make sure you join us tomorrow as our coverage begins at 6:30 at night. 7 o'clock is the opening serve in Mandan. Come on out, support a really good cause with the Optimist Volleyball Series, or if you can't make it, we'll have it for you right here on your LiveEvent.com. On behalf of Sealy Stockmo, I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much to Josh Boyko as well. We'll be on the call for you again tomorrow coming up in Mandan. Again, your final 25-15, 25-10, 25-20, and 25-20. The Red All-Stars earn the sweep of the Blue All-Stars. Join us tomorrow for some more high school volleyball coverage on your LiveEvent.com. Until then, have a good rest of your Monday night. As we continue